BattleField.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Fall is in the air, and that means crisp mornings, falling leaves, and sweater weather. More importantly, it's the perfect time for fall grilling, tailgating, and cozy comfort food. Omaha Steaks has all your fall cravings covered with 50% off site-wide during their semi-annual sale. That's 50% off all your favorite tender, juicy, extra-aged steaks like their butcher's cut filet mignons. Go to omahasteaks.com today and use code GARDEN at checkout for an extra $30 off your order. The Omaha Steaks possibilities are endless flavor and endless value on incredible entrees, scrumptious sides, decadent desserts, and more. All at 50% off during the semi-annual sale, with every bite backed by their 100% unconditional guarantee. Shop all your delicious favorites at Omaha Steaks for half the price and use code GARDEN at checkout for an extra $30 off. Hurry, this sale ends soon. Minimum purchase may apply.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris, and they'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, 236-6686. All right, sunshine today, 85 is the high. Sunshine tomorrow, some clouds mixed in there as well, 80. Chance of rain showers tomorrow night into Friday, where you get rain showers off and on Friday. 73 is the high, 43 the low Friday night. Right now it's 6:11 in the morning. It's 60 degrees in Danville. Wednesday, October the 4th, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio here on The Joe Show. Let's do it, Joe Show time here on WHIR.
Say, look at JoJo.
Good morning to you, Danville and Boyle County. It's time for the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR. Howdy, folks. Wednesday, Wednesday, October the 4th, and today we celebrate a couple of birthdays, or not a couple of birthdays, yeah, but a couple of days to celebrate. Today's National Taco Day. I love that. Tacos are a traditional Mexican dish made with chicken, beef, vegetables, or seafood. The filling folded inside a soft or a hard tortilla, garnished with toppings like cheese, salsa, or guacamole. In 1520, the conquistador Hernando Cortez wrote to King Charles V of Spain to describe his experiences in the New World. In his letter, he mentioned a delicious meal the Aztec inhabitants prepared with meat, a tortilla. This is the first historical reference to tacos. Today, National Taco Day. It is also National Vodka Day. The versatile, once virtually tasteless and odorless liquor accounts for almost 20 to 25% of the spirits sold today in North America. Today, National Vodka Day and also National Taco Day on this Wednesday, October the 4th edition of The Joe Show. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We start you off, as we always do, with the playing of our national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. Let's do a little birthday party. All right, birthdays today look like this. A happy birthday shout-out goes to Corey Good, who celebrates a birthday today. So does Chris Oster, John Huckel, Kathy Mattingly, Stephen Kemp, Joe Cutler, Chris Morris, and a happy 43rd anniversary to Sharon and Freddie Boswell. Sharon used to own a cake place, like a bakery in Harrodsburg, Custom Cakes by Sharon. She was the one that did our wedding cake. So happy anniversary, Sharon and Freddie Boswell, 43 years of marriage. 238-WHIR. It is Wednesday, October the 4th, and we'd love to have you on the show this morning. Typical Wednesday that we have lined up for you starts off this morning at 7:10, where we have on the show with us this morning Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. The Rebels are at Russell County tonight. Boyle County versus Russell County Friday night. Not tonight, Friday night. And we'll have that game on Z105, and we'll talk with Coach Haddix about that at 7:10. Same thing, but with Danville at 7:20. The Admirals are at Leslie County on Friday night. We'll see what Coach Frank Parks has to say about his Admiral squad. That'll be at 7:20 this morning. 7:40, Jay Hetmansberger joins us for the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. We'll see what Jay has on his mind today from the Garrett County Extension Office. And in the 8 o'clock hour, 8:10, we have State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, who will join us this morning. We'll see what the state senator has on her mind and what she'll be talking about today at 8:10. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number to call in this morning is 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We start you off this morning, as we always do, taking a look at early morning sports, and here it is.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows.
Well, that's the second time that's happened. Let's try that again. The Major League Baseball playoffs are underway. One playoff game with a historically low attendance, and the Chiefs and Jets game, second most watched in the NFL this season. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Wednesday morning sports. Starting off in Major League Baseball, where the 2023 postseason got started yesterday as the Phillies, Diamondbacks, Twins, and Rangers picked up wins in their respective series. In the National League, the Phillies handled business at home against the Marlins, while the Diamondbacks fought back on the road against the favored Brewers. In the AL, the Rangers shut out the Rays behind a strong effort from lefty Jordan Montgomery, while the Twins notched a historic win against the Blue Jays. The Twins' win over the Blue Jays snapped an 18-game postseason losing streak with a Game 1 win. Royce Lewis hit 2 homers for Minnesota as the team won its first playoff game ever at Target Field. Meanwhile, the Braves, Dodgers, Orioles, and Astros are resting at home this week as the top 2 seeds in each league get byes in the League Division Series. Those 4 teams will host Game 1s of the NLDS and ALDS starting Saturday. Game times for those rounds have not yet been announced. Speaking of one of those playoff games, the Rays and the Rangers, despite another strong season, they went 99-63, the 4th best in Major League Baseball this season. The Tampa Bay Rays can't seem to draw a crowd. During Game 1 of the team's AL wild card against the Rangers yesterday, they lost that 4-0. Tropicana Field hosted a measly 19,704 fans. It's the lowest attendance for a non-COVID playoff game since 1919. In the National Football League, the NFL Sunday night football game between the Kansas City Chiefs and New York Jets averaged 27 million viewers, making it the most watched TV program airing on a Sunday since Super Bowl 57. Super Bowl 57, which aired on Fox, is the most watched TV program in history. The Chiefs' 23-20 win, which was viewed in person by pop superstar Taylor Swift and many other celebrities, peaked at 29.4 million viewers between 9:30 and 9:45 when the Jets fought back from a 17-0 first quarter deficit to get within 8 points in the second quarter. It was the second most watched game this season, only behind the opening night game between the Chiefs and the Lions. And in hockey news, Michigan Ice Hockey removed sophomore defenseman Johnny Druskinis from the team just before the start of this season for allegedly defacing the property near the university's Jewish Resource Center with graffiti of male genitalia and a homophobic slur alongside another student in August. Johnny Druskinis is no longer on the Michigan Ice Hockey roster following a violation of team rules, a spokesperson said. The Michigan spokesperson did not elaborate on the reason why Druskinis was dismissed. The Ann Arbor Police Department, though, released a statement via social media yesterday afternoon. The statement confirmed the 2 suspects vandalized the sidewalk on the Resource Center. A male suspect spray-painted one thing in a slur, and a female suspect spray-painted her initials on the sidewalk, according to police. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispier strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's famous recipe on South 4th. Hey, Joe, did you know Big Deals has got something new?
Where can I save money now, Radio Rick?
We've got the Anderson Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Buy a $50 gift certificate for a Big Deals price of just $35.
Sounds awesome. What do they have?
They offer jewelry, apparel, gifts, and home decor. They do embroidery and monogramming. Come and see their selection of comfortable jeans, heavy canvas bags, lamps, art, scratch-made soap scents, natural soy candles. Find the perfect curtains, blinds, and shutters for your home.
Sounds great. I know where I can get my wife a gift and save money. Please don't tell her.
It's up to me. Joe, you like to eat, don't you?
You bet.
Save money at the Big City Pizza Company in Danville. Another new way to save.
I'd love to have some of their 3-cheese mac and cheese pizza.
Well, get over to hometownlive.net and save on Big City Pizza with a $10 gift certificate for just $7.
I'm on it. Pizza night tonight at the Mathis house.
You, too, can save with more big deals at hometownlive.net. Lots of discounts like Bread of Life, Sweets by Cindy, O'Charlie's, Applebee's, the Old Bus Station, and A&L Accessories.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net. You know you can shop and you can save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. You can save up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. All right, sunshine, 85 and 62 is the high and low. You get cloudy skies tomorrow, 80's the high. Rain showers Thursday night into Friday, 73 is the high. Friday, Football Friday, 43 is the low. Right now, 6:23 in the morning. I left off the 9 o'clock hour when I was recapping, okay, not recapping, but going over the show for this morning. In the 9 o'clock hour, we have Adam Hopkins from Farmers National Bank today. He'll be on talking about bank security and bank safety. At 9:35, it's an Isaiah House Wednesday. We'll talk with someone from the Isaiah House as they continue. They're on the show every Wednesday, really throughout September and October. And we've talked with them every Wednesday now for about 4 weeks, and so excited to talk to them again here in studio. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447, 238-WHIR. We are taking a look out west in Hollywood to see what celebrities celebrate birthdays on the day that you may celebrate your birthday as well, that day being today, Wednesday, October the 4th. And let's give a birthday shout-out to these famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. 47 years old today for Alicia Silverstone. Been in the movies Clueless, Batman and Robin, Mismatch, Suburgatory, American Woman, and The Crush. Alicia Silverstone, 47 years old today.
How long have you been racing?
Since my parents died. I guess all the speed and danger helped take me out of myself. Made the pain go away. You wouldn't understand.
That's Batman and Robin, the movie she was in. Alicia Silverstone, 47 years old. Susan Sarandon is 77. Been in the movies Rocky Horror Picture Show, Pretty Baby, Atlantic City, The Hunger, The Witches of Eastwick, Bull Durham, Dead Man Walking, Thelma and Louise, Little Women, Stepmom, and I mean, the list goes on and on. Come on. Bull Durham, 77 years old. Susan Sarandon, here she is from Bull Durham.
Dare you tell me to stay out of my bed? You are messing with my private life.
Knock, knock. You know, come in.
You're
Where's
confusing
like,
him.
thank you.
You're confusing him. You're bending his mind all out of shape.
What?
You're confusing him.
Yes, Susan Sarandon, 77 years old today. Entrepreneur Russell Simmons is 66. He co-founded the hip-hop music label Def Jam Records and created the clothing fashion line Fat Farm, Argyle Culture, and Tantris. He's worth about $320 million. And the 19th president of the United States, everyone's favorite president, Rutherford B. Hayes, would have had a birthday today. He ended Reconstruction with the Compromise of 1877 and initiated beginnings of civil service reform. His wife, Lucy Webb Hayes, ran an alcohol-free White House, becoming known as Lemonade Lucy. Birthdays and anniversaries all day long today on the Joe Show on WHIR.
On this day in country music.
All right, what do we have here on this day in country music history? Looking back at the year 1929 in Mora, Missouri, Leroy Frank Van Dyke was born. The American country music singer recorded more than 500 songs in his career. His best-known hits are The Auctioneer and Walk On By. It was on this date in 1976. 1971, Dolly Parton released her 8th solo studio album called Coat of Many Colors. And it was on this day, then in 1976, Loretta Lynn released her 28th solo studio album, Somebody Somewhere, which went to peak at number 1 on the top of the album's charts. And that's what's gone on this date, October 4th, in country music history. Starting off on this date, 1929, where Leroy Van Dyke was born. One of his best-known hits, a song written by Boyle County native Kendall Hayes.
If I see you tomorrow on some street in town, pardon me if I don't say hello.
Walk On By. I thought Kendall Hayes wrote this song, but I looked it up and it says Burt Bacharach wrote it. So maybe it was another Leroy Van Dyke song that I'm thinking of. I'm sure somebody knows. You can call in, let me know. Either way, Leroy Van Dyke, big-time hit with Walk On By from 1961. In 1994, Billboard named this the biggest country single ever, based on sales, plays, and weeks on the chart. Leroy Van Dyke, born on this date, 1929. He's still going strong, too, 96 years old.
Wait on the corner.
It was on this day, country music history, 1971. Dolly Parton released her 8th solo studio album, an album called Coat of Many Colors. Of course, the title track was a big one, too.
I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, and how my mama...
The album nominated for Album of the Year back in 1972 at the CMA Awards, and Parton has cited this song on numerous occasions as her personal favorite of all the songs she has ever written. Dolly Parton, Coat of Many Colors.
Mama sewed the rags together, so in every piece with love she made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. As she sewed, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore, and then she said...
And it was on this day, country music history, in the year 1976. Loretta Lynn released her 28th solo album, Somebody Somewhere.
Somebody somewhere.
This album went on to peak at number 1 on the top of the country albums charts. Lynn's 6th solo album atop the charts. This single as well went number 1. Go ahead, Rick.
Danville's Kendall Hayes did write Walk On By.
Well, that's what I thought, and I looked it up, and someone else said Burt Bacharach. And then I looked it up again, and now it's saying Kendall Hayes.
Yeah, Kendall Hayes did it.
That's what I thought.
He lived in Danville. He had a golf green in his backyard. When I used to walk over there.
Was it over there near the country club? Is that
no,
where it lived?
It was over there off Houstonville Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Radio Rick, giving us the knowledge. And I looked it up and actually Googled Kendall Hayes, Walk On By, and there's a whole article about Kendall Hayes called The Golden Pen of Percival, Kendall Hayes, and Walk On By, the song that he wrote for Leroy Van Dyke. So anytime we can give a Boyle County native a shout-out, we're going to do it. Way to go.
Lord, I need someone so everyone I know.
All right, 6:30 in the morning, bottom hour news with the Kentucky News Network is coming your way. We'll see what's going on around the state. We've got local news, good news, silliness at sunrise. We've got a lot to do over the next half hour. You know how we roll. 6:30 in the morning on the Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky Utilities and LG&E customers have received emails letting them know of a scam which is going around.
We've had a number of calls that are reporting that there are these door-to-door solar installers that are claiming to work for us.
KU spokesperson Daniel Lowry tells WKYT-TV most customer calls are coming from Louisville, but caution scammers are likely to be working throughout the state. Kentucky Utilities says there's no association with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. Governor Andy Beshear has announced his infrastructure budget he'll be presenting to the General Assembly in January. The funding touches many critical projects, including high-speed internet service.
We know that we have $1.1 billion in BEAD funding coming down that'll create the largest public investment in high-speed internet in the state's history. that will all be appropriated in the next budget to bring affordable, reliable, high-speed internet service to every Kentuckian.
One of the most storied rivalries in college basketball is coming back.
The athletics directors at Kentucky and Indiana have agreed to a 4-game men's basketball series beginning with the 2025-26 season. It will include 2 home games for each school. IU will hold one of its home contests at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The series will begin with a game at Rupp Arena on December 20th, 2025. It will mark the first regular season game between the longtime rivals since Indiana's victory in Bloomington in 2011. I'm Paul Miles.
And I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News.
The decisions at breakfast are tough, but Wendy's makes it a little bit easier with their 2-for-3 biggie bundles. And what we mean by this is you pick any 2 of these items, you get it for $3. The small seasoned potatoes they have, their breakfast side, sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, and a medium hot coffee. Any 2 of those, you get them for $3. You can have a sausage biscuit or an egg cheese biscuit. You can have 2 sausage biscuits. You can have 2 seasoned potatoes. You can have a seasoned potatoes and a coffee. You can have a coffee and an egg cheese biscuit. Whatever you want, any combination, 2 of those for $3. The choice is all yours. And you can also add the brand new Frosty Cream Cold Brew to your order. Available in vanilla, caramel, and chocolate. Their new Frosty Cream Cold Brew is a morning maker, puts other post-lunch pick-me-ups down, and makes for a tasty late-night drink. It's available all day at Wendy's, not just a breakfast item. It's an all-day thing. The 2-for-3 biggie bundles and the Frosty Cream Cold Brew at Wendy's in Danville. Tell them you heard it this morning on The Joe Show.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with the commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
When it comes to taking your medication, are you really following your doctor's directions? Your friends at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 900 Houstonville Road understand the difficulty of following a medication program, especially if you are taking multiple medications, maintaining a busy schedule, experiencing side effects, or feeling better. But your Medicine Shop pharmacist also understands the importance of taking your medication properly. Regardless if you are maintaining an ongoing treatment program or if you're just taking a one-time prescription, it is vital that you take your medication as prescribed so that you receive the fullest benefits. The Medicine Shop offers free weekly medication packaging. We customize your medication therapy and deliver your weekly package, all with no additional charge to you. Let us simplify your therapy and maximize your treatment plan. Visit the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 900 Houstonville Road or call 238-0002 for more information about the importance of medication compliance. It's just another healthy reminder from the pharmacy that's all about your health.
More is in store for you at this year's Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th from 9 till 4. More craft booths, 80 this year. More craft vendors including metalworking to handmade clothes, paintings to woodworking, jewelry, beautiful baskets, and more, all handmade. More family fun includes pumpkin painting, games, free pony rides, and more family-friendly activities. More variety of food vendors, more new musical acts. More is in store for you at the Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th, 9 to 4 on Main Street and also at Downtown Green.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. You know, you can call them. 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine, a high of 85, a low tonight 62. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, high of 80. Rain showers tomorrow night into Friday, where showers and thunderstorms give us a partly sunny day and a high of 73. 6:38 in the morning right now. It's 60 degrees here in Danville. Wednesday, October the 4th. That's 100423 on your calendar. So glad you're waking up with me this morning, and I got the radios tuned here to the Joe Show. I've got my morning cup of coffee already and ready to rock and roll this morning. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for us. Let's see what Larry's got on his mind. Danville's own Larry Vaught.
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
I always thought that Jared Vanderbilt was one of the most versatile, unique players I saw play in high school. I first saw him when his Texas high school team came to Marshall County Hoop Fest to play before he signed with Kentucky, and I thought he would be a superstar at Kentucky if he did pick the Cats like he ended up doing. Instead, he suffered some leg injuries in high school, recovered, and then re-injured his foot during one of his first practices for Coach John Calipari and barely played it. He missed the first 17 games, played a few games, and then missed postseason play when the injury bug hit again. He put his name into the NBA draft despite his limited playing time at UK. He was drafted and found a way to stick in the NBA even though he was not a superstar. Instead, he played his role and did it so well that the Los Angeles Lakers recently gave him a 4-year, $48 million deal.
Vought's Views will return in a moment.
Looking for fall fun? Head to Katie's, Kentucky and enjoy one of the largest and best festivals around, the Trigg County Ham Festival, where we cook up the largest edible country ham and biscuit. Watch it being made, baked, and then buy a piece of it. Delicious.
Yum.
Enjoy awesome music every day, every food booth imaginable. Great fun for the whole family. The Trigg County Country Ham Festival, Katie's, Kentucky is a must-see. October 13th and 14th in Katie's, Kentucky. Find more at GoKaties.com.
Jared Vanderbilt averaged 7.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and became Mr. Hustle for LA. That's not what he envisioned his role might be when he averaged 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists per game as a high school senior and was a McDonald's All-American. He has 1 year left on his original LA contract worth $4.6 million per year, and then his new lucrative 4-year deal with the Lakers will start for the 2024-25 season.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught, Vought's Views, Mondays through Fridays in the Joe Show at this time. Appreciate Larry being on the show this morning. There's a woman that's suing Disney World, the Typhoon Lagoon, because of a wedgie that she suffered from while she was on the ride Humunga Cowabunga, and she got a humunga wedgie when she was on that ride. So she is suing Disney World. It apparently, caused some issues, right? Like some medical issues. She was in a lot of pain, had to go to the doctor over this because of the wedgie she got. Well, if she had this product, it may have softened the blow, the Wedgie-O-Matic.
If you've ever been injured sliding down a water slide, then you know how painful a wedgie can be, and it could be serious. You could injure your man or lady parts. That's why we invented the Wedgie-O-Matic, the underwear insert that keeps you from getting hurt.
My name's Wayne, or Wedgie Wayne to everyone who knows me. I've had so many wedgies, I got wedgie burns. But then I got the Wedge-O-Matic. Are you kidding? The Wedge-O-Matic is freaking great.
The Wedge-O-Matic is known worldwide as the leader in anti-wedgie technology, and now the new Wedge-O-Matic 2.0 utilizes AI technology to bring the Wedge-O-Matic to a never-before-seen level of wedgie protection.
I'm really small. I got dragged across the football field, the gym, and the locker room. Then the bullies would hang me on the hook in my locker. Thanks to Wedge-O-Matic, the dragging is done.
So don't get your panties in a knot. Get the Wedge-O-Matic, now in version 2.0. No more wedgies, so you're good to go.
There you go, the Wedgie-O-Matic. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are. And I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer. Little good news action for you on this Wednesday morning, and here we go. Story number one coming from, doesn't say where, but I don't guess it really matters where from in this story, because earlier this year, Raymond Tate was on one of those DNA genealogy website things, and he discovered a match on his genealogy. Led him to meet Lois Rogers, the sister he never knew he had. Then just this week, Tate and Rogers got to meet another of their long-lost siblings, Bobby Gambrell. The three reunited siblings were separated in the 60s and are hopeful they'll be able to find more siblings, but are currently enjoying getting to know one another. Here's a clip of Mary Butler describing the call from her mom's long-lost brother. So this would have been Raymond Tate, would have been her uncle, the one who kind of initiated this whole thing. Two sisters and brother hadn't seen since the 1960s.
I answered it, and he's like, so I know you don't know who I am, but I found you on MyHeritage. We're matching, and I'm your mom's brother.
There you go. Story number two, a pretty cool story, coming from Disney World, where during a visit to Disney World, 10-year-old Drew Patchen, who was battling a rare brain tumor, wished for a celebrity-like experience. After his aunt made a public plea on social media, TikToker Kristen Sodakun amplified that message, encouraging Disney World staff and visitors to join in on the cause. The response was overwhelming. Drew and his family receiving widespread recognition and support throughout their visit, making their day truly magical. Here's a clip of Kristen Sudakun saying that Drew and his family's experience is proof that kindness is magic.
Everything that happened to this family last night is proof to me that magic exists in every form, but mainly in kindness.
Yeah, story number three coming from Georgia, where Holly King Prigmore, a mail carrier in Buchanan, Georgia, noticed a dog on her route was in pain and realized it had been bitten by a snake. She looked over and saw a copperhead nearby. That's bad news. After snapping a picture of the snake, which is smart, right? You want to be able to have proof of the snake to be able to show to someone who knows about snakes. So whenever there is a snake bite, make sure you remember that. Take a picture of it on your phone or something like that. And then left a message on the homeowner's doorbell camera. Prigmore took the puppy to a nearby vet for life-saving care. The homeowners, Kelsey and Aaron Proctor, were shocked when they received the message, but grateful for Prigmore helping save their puppy, Ginger. The good news, a mail carrier saves the life of a customer's dog after a snake bite. TikTokers help a Disney dream come true for a boy with a brain tumor. And an ancestry website leads three siblings to reunite after 65 years. And that, my friends, is what's going on in the world of absolute good.
Hi,
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
Take a shot in the arm like this, right? It's like, let's go, right? We're in the round 8.
Without those, we wouldn't have moved through the first round, so hopefully we can take advantage of it.
It seemed like he was having a really good time. He was kind of taking it all in, getting up close to the track and seeing the speed of the cars.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
Paid for by Steel Man Pills. 800-750-9886. 800-750-9886. 800-750-9886. That's 800-750-9886.
It hasn't been a great year for Roger Penske's outfit. Only 2 of their 4 drivers made the playoff, with defending champion Joey Logano quickly eliminated. However, Ryan Blaney is still in the hunt with his Talladega victory, allowing him to move on to round 3.
Joey getting knocked out in the first round was definitely a gut punch, and it's easy to get down on that stuff, but it's easy to get fired up about things too. And our group, is always working towards getting better. They don't dwell on being behind a little bit for a long time. They just go to work, right? And they try to figure out how to be better. I think a shot in the arm like this, right? It's like, all right, let's go, right? We're in the round 8. We're still in this thing. We still got 1 in it. Let's keep working. I think this is definitely a good motivator, that's for sure. Fire everybody up.
Heading into Sunday's round 2 cutoff race, the Bank of America Roval 400, Martin Truex Jr. is number 6 in the rankings, 17 points above the cut line. If he winds up being one of the 8 to make it through, his 36 playoff points will have saved the day again.
I think everybody talks about throughout the regular season just how important they are, and for us, we kind of made an example of that, unfortunately. So
going to be released this week, and the only new track is going to be Iowa Speedway, which takes the place of Fontana after NASCAR couldn't put a deal together to run the circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal.
eBay Motors is here for the ride, so minivans, sedans, JDMs, roll out. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. And with eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Last week, Dale Earnhardt Jr. paid a visit to a Pennsylvania dirt track to get a taste of Kyle Larson's high-limit sprint car series that paid that night $50,000 to win a 35-lap feature.
Just seeing how he deals with the race fans and stuff is incredible. Like, I've never been around a scene as hectic as that, people following him around. So I think he had a really good time, and I was just very, fortunate, us as a series, to have him come and be a part of it and help promote what we're doing.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, presented by eBay Motors. Earn rubber, not cash, by shopping on eBay Motors. ebaymotors.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. ADA. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. ADA. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAHeatingandAir.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jackie Boy. Brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After wreck, you can tell the tow truck driver to take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, where they'll make it right. Sunshine, a high of 85. A low tonight, 62. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high of 80. Thursday night into Friday, rain showers, thunderstorms, and a high of 73 on a rainy Friday at 6:52 in the morning. And 60 degrees on this Wednesday, October the 4th. 238-9447 to call in this morning. And we'd love to talk to you this morning on the radio. Ricky D's, what's up with you this morning, buddy? It's the Planet of the Apps. Welcome.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps. And today, welcome to the Planet of the Apps study that says we're all getting bigger and fatter because we spend an average of 9 hours a day sitting down. So there's an app for you now. It's free. It's called Pedometer, Pedometer. And I don't know if you knew this, but you burn a calorie a minute when you're sitting down, but you burn 2 calories with every 30 steps you take. So obviously you want to be in motion. Pedometer, it's a terrific multifunction tool for your smartphone. It tells you exactly how many steps you've taken, how many calories you've burned walking. Pedometer. You just set up the app in a few seconds by entering your weight, your height. Let me see. I'm going to try this on the phone. Your weight, your height, and the app starts counting when you start walking. My problem is I have headphones on right now so I can walk in place, but every 30 steps equal 2 calories. It automatically stores the detailed history log every time you use it, so you can share your results with friends via email. You can access the iPod functions of your phone to play music while walking. Once again, it's called Pedometer, Pedometer. You can search for it. Why? Because you found out about it right here with Rick Dees in the middle of the Planet of the Apps.
Thank you, Rick Dees. The Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, and the Joe Show at this time leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning, where we have Chad Thornsberry in the spotlight. Chad Thornsberry, who is talking about his stand-up comedy special that was released and how it did a lot better than he thought, and he started to read the comments on his special. Here it is.
This is my second time here. They actually got to have me back, so it's cool. I appreciate them having me back. My first special came out about 1.5 years ago, and it did better than I ever could expected. But it was the first thing I ever had out there that had enough traction where people would actually leave comments on my comedy. And I'm stupid enough where I will read those comments. But I'm also a comedian, so I only notice the negative parts of it, And the one guy that got me, that bugged me, he just had a 4-word comment after my set. 4 words after the end of it, and just 4 words, and it just said, "A fat Harry Potter." Not exactly constructive criticism is what I'm getting at. But I was talking to my wife about this. She said, why do you read that? I said, this guy called me a fat Harry Potter. I looked at her, I was like, Danny, do I look like Harry Potter? She's like, Chad, you do not look like Harry Potter. And I said, am I fat? And she said, Chad, you do not look like Harry Potter. I understand sometimes people just don't know what to say after a show. I get it. I had a woman come up to me after a show, and she said, I would like to give you a compliment. I said, okay, what's that? She said, I'm not sure if you're funnier than the other guy, but he's better looking. I said, I'm not sure you know what the word compliment means.
Chad Thornsberry in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the App. 6:56 in the morning. Let's go to Wendy's in Danville. Grab ourselves something to eat this morning for breakfast. And you can get the new Breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, where you can mix and match your very own perfect pairing of Wendy's delicious morning favorites. You just heard me talk about it a couple of commercial breaks ago if you were tuned in around 6:30. But, I mean, this is a great deal. You know, like you got $3 in your wallet. You got 12 quarters in, like, the middle console of your vehicle, and you can get yourself breakfast. You can get yourself a side or a cup of coffee, and you get to pick from a sausage biscuit, an egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potato, and a medium hot coffee. Any two of those, you get it for $3. So maybe, again, like I said yesterday, you make your coffee at home, you bring it with you in your car, you're driving to work, you're drinking your coffee you made at home. You can stop by Wendy's and get 2 sausage biscuits, or a sausage biscuit and an egg cheese biscuit, or a sausage biscuit and a small seasoned potato, and you got yourself the sandwich, you have yourself the side, you've already made the coffee, you're good to go. $3, the 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles, and Wendy's in Danville. Tell them you heard it this morning on The Joe Show. We're 3 minutes away from our top hour news.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Oh, yeah, 238-WHIR, 238-9447. I said this morning, Rebecca woke up and was excited. She says, it's cooler weather today, right? And I was like, no, it's going to be mid-80s. She said, I thought you said in the radio earlier this week that it was going to be cooler on Thursday. I said, I did. Today's not Thursday, Rebecca. Today's Wednesday.
We're going to go for it today.
Come on now. Yeah, it's only Wednesday.
Who's going to do the cooking on Taco Wednesdays? Hump Day.
Wednesday. Hump Day, Trash Day.
All right.
Wednesday.
This is Back to Work Wednesday.
Wednesday.
On Wednesdays only.
Woo! Wednesday.
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 Hump Day.
Wednesday. 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 Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, although it's not going to be too much cooler tomorrow. It's really tomorrow night into Friday where things drop down a little bit. 73 is the high Friday and Saturday. 60 is the high. Going to be a fun time Saturday. I know for me at least, the Atlanta Braves will start their National League Division Series on Saturday. They'll play either the Phillies or Marlins. Phillies won yesterday, Game 1 over the Marlins 4-1. And you got UK that night, UK and Georgia. So a lot of good stuff going on Saturday in my world. Hoping the Braves and the Cats can make it a great Saturday. But the weather is going to be just fun. 60 degrees, a fall-feeling day there on Saturday. 7 o'clock in the morning, we're 60 minutes in. We have Boyle County coach Justin Haddock, Danville coach Frank Parks coming up over the next half hour on The Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. An election for the new Speaker of the House is set to be held next Wednesday. Members leaving the House GOP conference meeting said a candidate forum for Speaker will be held next Tuesday, with the election held the following day. Kevin McCarthy says he will not run again following the chamber's decision to remove him in a historic vote forced by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich is calling on House Republicans to expel Gaetz. Mark Mayfield with more.
In an op-ed for the Washington Post on Tuesday, Gingrich called Gates anti-Republican and claimed he was engaging in childish behavior and has become actively destructive to the conservative movement. Gingrich said Gates should be expelled from the House Republican Conference for his motion to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. McCarthy was voted out of office Tuesday after Gates put forward a motion to vacate the chair. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Another day of testimony is expected to be heard today in the civil fraud trial of former President Donald Trump. While his company has been found liable for financial fraud, it must be proven they also did so intentionally.
Although Judge Arthur Engoron already decided that Trump and his organization and the other defendants engaged in persisted and repeated fraud, intent is not a portion of the statute for which he's already been found liable.
He's accused by State Attorney General Letitia James of inflating his net worth in order to get more favorable loans from banks. Yesterday, Trump's longtime accountant was on the witness stand. Also, the judge has issued a gag order which bans anyone involved in the case from making comments online or in public about the judge's staff. Ford Motor Company and General Motors are laying off an additional 500 employees as the UAW strike continues. Ford is laying off 330 workers in Chicago and Lima, Ohio at their factories. GM says they're laying off 164 workers in Ohio and Indiana. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer, MFD.
This year, there will be more than 600 traffic-related deaths in Kentucky. Over 100 fatalities will be people riding motorcycles. Over a dozen will be on bicycles. And more than 70 will be pedestrians. Scary numbers, but together we can make our roadways safer. Whether you drive, ride, bike, or walk, please share the roads safely.
A message from the Kentucky.
Baltimore police say an active shooter event at Morgan State University is no longer active. Baltimore Police Commissioner Richard Worley spoke to the press this morning.
And we know there's a total of 5 victims, ages 18 to 22. We believe all have non-life-threatening injuries at this time. There are 4 males and 1 female. All victims are being treated and transported by first responders.
Those shot Tuesday night are suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. At least 4 of the victims are students. The shooting took place after an annual homecoming event at Morgan State. Everyone's phone will go off today at 2:20 p.m. Eastern. Lisa Taylor explains why.
That's because the federal government will be conducting a nationwide test for its emergency alert system and wireless emergency alerts. The former involves an alert to all radios and televisions, and the latter will reach cell phones. FEMA said in a statement that the test, which is in coordination with the Federal Communications Commission, is to ensure the systems continue to be an effective means of warning the public about emergencies, particularly those on the national level. I'm Lisa Taylor.
1 out of 75 U.S. births result in stillbirths, but 1 in 4 stillbirths are preventable. Brian Shook reports.
Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley co-sponsored a bill to address the stillbirth crisis that passed the Senate. It clarifies that stillbirth prevention activities and research are an allowable use of funds. Prevention can help save the lives of mothers and babies. The bill is the first step in allocating money to prevention efforts and research. The bill moves to the U.S. House for consideration. I'm Brian Shook.
An entire Air Force squadron is cut off from the bar because of what commanders called a pattern of irresponsible alcohol consumption by members of the unit. A memo sent this week to 721st Aerial Port Squadron based out of Ramstein, Germany, said alcohol consumption outside your dorm or residence is prohibited. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Are you sitting on a treasure trove of gold and silver jewelry and coins? It's time to turn those forgotten pieces into cold, hard cash. This is Lauren. Visit B&L Jewelers, your trusted neighborhood jewelry experts. We're here to make your dreams shine brighter. Sell your unwanted gold and silver jewelry, coins with confidence. We offer cash on the spot with competitive prices and a quick, hassle-free process.
I got top dollar for my coins. Thanks to B&L Jewelers, I'm turning my old valuables into something new.
I couldn't believe how easy it was to sell my old jewelry. B&L Jewelers made it simple and rewarding. At B&L Jewelers, we pride ourselves on our integrity and professionalism. We've been serving our community for 16 years, earning trust one customer at a time. Don't wait. Visit B&L Jewelers today at Danville Manor Shopping Center or give us a call at 859-238-0476. Discover the hidden value in your jewelry box. B&L Jewelers, where your treasures find a new home. Transform your gold and silver into cash today.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
If you're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
Good morning to you folks. It is Wednesday, the 4th day of October. That's 100423 on your calendar this morning, and appreciate you all being tuned in. We know there's a lot of decisions you can make in the morning, like listen to different radio stations, and we are so glad you decided to listen to the Joe Show this morning. Glad to have you aboard. We get sunshine. We get mid-80s as the high today. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell. We can do business. Stuart Powell.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with the commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Time out for sports this weekend with
SportsMap Radio Network.
on WHIR AM 1230.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something and tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak is truly just the beginning. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low tonight of 62. Tomorrow, cloudy and 80. Friday, you get rain showers on Football Friday, and the temperature drops down 73 and 43. Is the high and low, and we're talking Boyle County Rebel football with head coach Justin Haddix.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
And we welcome on to the show Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. Your Rebels are heading down to Russell Springs to take on Russell County. And I had someone ask me yesterday, is Russell in Russell County? I'm like, no, Russell's its own city. Was that Russellville? No, that's a different city too, right? You got Russellville and Russell County, and you are heading down to Russell County. This isn't Central Time, but the game will stay the same, 7:30 Eastern Time. And let's talk about this Russell County Lakers offense today, Coach. What do you expect to see out of their offense on Friday night?
Well, they've done a couple of different things. They've been a spread, kind of like Tennessee, wanting to play no huddle. Hurry up to the line early. They're still in some spread offensive stuff and running it. They got a good kid back. He's got a really good arm, but he also can run some. So we've got to do a great job containing him.
Yeah, their quarterback is Owen Loy, who, as you said, he's got a good arm, but he's comfortable running the football as well. 54 pass attempts, 63 rush attempts, and also leads their team in rushing touchdowns. So it appears, Coach, they've got three different guys in the backfield, Tanner Stringer, Jordan Beck, Owen Loy, the quarterback, and they don't mind either one of those three running it.
No, they do a good job of spreading you out and then running the football. That's what a lot of teams do. It's what we do a lot. We spread people out, and you widen out with us, we're going to run it. You stay in this, we got numbers throwing the ball, we're going to throw it. So, that's the type of things we like to do.
Yeah, so it's one of those things for those listening at home trying to envision it. You put wide receivers on the outside. The defensive backs have to go that way, and safeties have to be prepared for a pass just in case. But when you spread those guys out, there's less guys in the box to have to run up the middle or run to the outside of the tackles to be able to make guys miss and gain yardage on the ground that way. Makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. You're playing an invasion game. You're trying to outnumber them one way, or shift this way and get a hat on a hat and let your guys go play.
Coach, you said last week during your bye week that you all were looking at tendencies to make sure that you all weren't so predictable in certain situations. Did you see anything that stood out to you that you said, hey, I didn't realize we were doing so much of this, or is that something you even want to talk about on the air?
Those are things you really don't want to share as much
as
far as what you're doing. But we're we're almost 50-50 in the run pass, which is where you want to be. You look on first down, we're probably a little more run on first down than you want to be. So those are things that we can adjust and as we go through. And there's another couple little things like that. But, you want to make it where the defense defense doesn't have just hey, we know they're going to run it here, we know they're going to throw it, things we got to work on.
Yeah, are those things that you realize after looking at the game that you have done, or do you recognize your own tendencies, or is that something that, like you said, you got to go back on film and watch, and that's something you realize after the fact when you watch it?
There's some things that we recognize during the game, but a lot of it is when you get 3 or 4 games in, then you can really say, like, this is what we're doing, whether it's run on first down or it's this. It even gets to the point of, if there's a motion on a play, and then it's always a run. Or if there's a motion, and then it's always a pass. So, you can really get down to the nitty-gritty, breaking things down, and, a lot of it gives some tails away, and those are things that our defensive staff looks at the people we play the same way. And, us as an offensive staff, we got to look, what are we giving away? And then sometimes we set those things up too. I know a couple years ago or whatever, I think for the first 5 games, every time we motion, it's going to be a run. And then we played somebody, and I said, all right, every time we play this game, every time we motion, it's going to be a pass.
Yeah.
So, those are things you can set up also if you want to.
Yeah, so let's say, Coach, let's say I'm a coach, and I'm going against you. Let's say I'm the head coach of Russell County this week. And let's say I do something maybe different than what you've seen on film. Let's say every time I do this when I play Madden, every time I'm on the left hash mark, I'm running it to the right side because it's the open side of the field. How many times would I do that before you realize, okay, this guy's doing this nearly every single time? How many plays would it take me before your coaching staff? I mean, you all have won back-to-back-to-back state championships, right? A powerhouse in the state of Kentucky, got great coaching staff. How long would it take you before you realize my tendencies?
It'd probably take a quarter or 5 or 6 plays if you're going
okay.
to the field all the time. 5 or 6 plays. Hey, they're running to the field every time. This is things that we've got to, be aware of and do this. But it's tough in game. It is tough in game.
So much
I think
going on.
That's where you do a lot of times at half. But now we have people up in the box. We're charting, hey, where the ball's going, what you're doing, in that thing too, to where we can see it quicker. So every series, Coach Burns or our defense and those guys, hey, Coach, this is what they're doing. They're going here. They're doing this. And we've got the TVs. We've got all that stuff. So it really helps us.
Yes, I think it's interesting to hear a coach talk about that because just maybe like the common fan comes to the game and thinks the coach calls plays and just hopes the plays work, right? But there's so much in-depth thought and in-game coaching that goes into this. So when you look at like the best coaches in the nation, some of the guys that are considered the best coaches in the nation on the college level, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, guys like that, is it the adjustments that they're able to make? I mean, they've got great players, first of all, right? They're recruiting the best of the best. That helps out. But how much do you think in-game adjustments are made by those guys, those brilliant football minds, to continue to win every single week?
I think you get a lot of the in-game adjustments, but then also I think, it's the week, during the week coaching. A lot of times people think it's just the game day and it's the, hey, calling plays and doing this. But if you don't have them disciplined enough to be able to run this and then they know what's coming and the players being able, you don't want to make robots. And I think the best coaches, coach players to be good football players, not just necessarily, you're working on situations, you're working on all that stuff. So, there's a good mixture there of, you got to be a really good coach during the week.
Yeah.
And then on game day, you got to be able to put it all together. And I've seen a lot of different people. I've seen a lot of guys that are really good during the week, and then on Friday or on game day, they're like, I don't know. Like kind of doing that. And so you want that great mixture in that, and not just the head coach, but in the whole staff.
Yeah, one of the guys that comes to my head when you mention great football players, just a guy that's great at football, Avery Bodner, right? I mean, he can play running back, he can catch out of the backfield, he can play defense, he can cause turnovers. I mean, he can do everything for you, a guy who's just a great football player overall.
Yeah, he's that guy, and it's one of those things, sometimes when you get a person like that, you don't want to overcoach them because you want to let them play with their instincts and do what they want to do. And then certain things when we set up, for us in the finals last year, we set up a little run thing, and he ended up throwing it to Sage for a touchdown. Those are little, things that we've set up during the year. Hey, you hadn't done this all year, and then here he goes. We're going to come up, do a little play action fake, and he's going to pop back and just throw it to the near upright, and it'll be a touchdown. We execute it.
Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix, Rebels and Lakers, 7:30 kickoff Friday, and a game we'll have on Z105. Coach, what are you working in practice on this Wednesday?
Today will be an offensive day, so we'll go through our offensive game plan, see what we're going to see on defense against them, or try to guess as much as we can, what they're going to line up in. Then it's just us executing.
There you go. Rebels and Lakers, Friday night. Coach, appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you again about special teams tomorrow morning, okay?
Thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. That's the Rebel head coach, Justin Haddix. Rebels and Lakers, 7:30 kickoff Friday. We're talking Danville football with head coach Frank Parks. Coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stewartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stewart Powell. We can do business.
Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Your college football team's playing the number one team in the nation this week, plus baseball's playoffs are underway. So how do you get attention right now? Coach Cal knows how. It was announced yesterday that Kentucky basketball will renew its series with the Indiana Hoosiers. UK will host games in Rupp Arena in 25 and 27, while IU will host games in Lucas Oil Stadium in 26 and in Bloomington in 28. Kentucky leads the series with Indiana 32-25. In Major League Baseball wildcard playoffs yesterday in the American League, Texas shut out Tampa Bay 4-0 for the Rays' sixth postseason loss in a row. Minnesota down Toronto 3-1. It was the Twins' first playoff win since 2004. In the National League, Arizona beat Milwaukee 6-3, while Philadelphia topped Miami 4-1. All four Game 2s are set for today. Number 20, Kentucky's on the road this weekend as they travel to top-ranked Georgia. The Bulldogs are 3-touchdown favorites, even though they've struggled the last 2 weeks in wins over Auburn and South Carolina. UK was impressive in their 33-14 victory over Florida. Kickoff is at 7:30 Saturday night for the Cats and the Dogs on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you two high school football games this Friday night. Both district matchups, and both are on the road. Boyle County is at Russell County on Z105, and Danville is at Leslie County on WHIR FM 1039. Garrett County and Mercer County have open dates during this fall break week. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, this is Caraway. And Adeline. At Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month famous cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
If you've ever been a victim of a scam or fraud attempt, you're not alone. Con artists are good at tricking people. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. A way we beat the fraudsters is to communicate with each other. Always feel free to contact us, as we're glad to help you and share advice.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, a high of 85, a low tonight of 62. Tomorrow, cloudy and 80 rain showers. Tomorrow night into Friday, where 73 is the high, 43 the low on Friday night. 7:25 in the morning right now. We're talking Danville football with head coach Frank Parks, brought to you by Dexter and WHIR Insurance. And we'll give Coach Parks a call right now. I forgot to call him during that commercial break. Ended pretty quickly.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and WHIR Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome onto the show Danville head football coach Frank Parks Jr. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. You're heading to Hyden, Kentucky, Leslie County, for a game this Friday, a district game. They did the redistricting last year, this being the first year of the new districts, and Danville, Somerset, Leslie County, and Breathitt County. If they could have thrown Danville in with a team from West Virginia, Coach, they probably would have done it. I mean, what a long ride it is for this district. But you got a team. Danville has played 3 times in school history, never lost to Leslie County, but this is a good 4-win team that you're going down to play there in Eastern Kentucky, Coach. And we talked about their defense yesterday. Let's talk a little bit, Coach, about their offense today. And a lot of that offense goes through their quarterback, Landry Collett, who has thrown for 10 touchdowns. He's ran for 4 more. Coach, what do you expect to see out of this Leslie County offense?
Well, they are pretty balanced. They can run the ball. They can get in I formation, run it, and they can throw it as well. I think they started off throwing a little bit more. Depends on who they're playing. They're getting some.
There you are. We lost you there for a second, Coach. Yeah, sorry, we lost you there for a second. You said depends on who they're playing, and then you cut out right there.
Okay, I said basically depend on who they playing. They can run all they need to, or they can throw it. So I expect to see a little bit more run this week.
Yeah, we talked on Monday on the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report show, Coach, when we talked with you, and you'd mentioned you expect them to run the ball quite a bit. Do they have a pretty good-sized offensive line?
Well, yeah, they are decent sized offensive line. You know, they get after you a little bit. So, you know, against Paintsville, they got an I formation a little bit more than they had previously, and they kind of ran it at them and had some success running the ball. So that's kind of a little bit more what I expect out of them this week.
Do you expect them, Coach, to have any sort of guys that can compete with Danville's speed, or do you expect you all to have the pretty distinct speed advantage?
I think that's one area we do have the advantage is the speed. So I think speed-wise, I think we have that advantage, and we can take advantage of that aspect of our game.
Well, when you look at the teams you've played, Coach, and the 2 games that you all have been closest in and really had the best chance to win in, the West Chessman game, the Knox Central game, those are probably 2 of the games where you felt like you had the distinct speed advantage, particularly against Knox Central. Now, Knox Central had bigger guys, but I think you all were more athletic and faster. So maybe you come into this game, Coach, and you look at it and you say, hey, we got the speed advantage. A couple of games this year where we played really well, and that's got to put a smile on your face, at least going into this matchup, knowing, hey, we got athletes on the outside, and we've got Braden in the backfield that we think can run past some of these guys if we can get them open.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the thought process this week is we're going to try to use our speed to our advantage. We know we're not the biggest team, but more often than not we're going to be the smallest team. But in this situation, I think we do have the speed advantage, and we have to use that. You know what I'm saying, to have some success.
Yes. Yeah, Danville head coach Frank Parks Jr. Coach, what do you work on in practice today?
Today will be a defensive day. We'll take the first little bit and review some things we did offensively yesterday, but we'll focus on our defensive game plan for today. And once again, we'll do some more tackling, try to prove in that area. But, you know, we're going to focus on our D and special teams.
Yeah, you mentioned tackling quite a bit in the interviews we've had really the entire year, and you seem to be working on it a lot. Do you feel like the guys are improving in tackling?
You know, some games, and you know, and some games not. I think it's tough because it's still hard to simulate that game speed and get to the correct angles and things of that nature. And I think, where some of those guys just haven't played, they're a little step slower than some of the other teams that we have faced. But I do think some of the guys are improving, and we still need to work on it, and we'll continue to work on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can work on practice and tackling, but you can only replicate the amount of skill that you have, right? So, like, how do you have who in the state would have someone that could replicate what Tavy Quisenberry does for Boyle County, or what Thaddeus Mays does for Mercer, even what Steve Parton does for Knox Central, right? So, like, you can work on it in practice, but it's just hard to simulate that when you go up against teams that have these type of players.
Absolutely, and we didn't have anyone the size of the kid from Knox, so that's very hard to simulate that, because he's just sure bigger than pretty much most of our roster. So, when you have guys trying to hit him, you give them fundamentals and techniques to use, because, I told a lot of them, hey, you got to hit them low and wrap them legs and squeeze them together. But it's easier said than done when you got a big guy like that running downhill at you.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Steve Parton, he's like a tree. He could fall forward for 8 yards. Big old guy. So, Coach, going to be a fun time, hopefully. Friday, traveling to Leslie County. We'll make the trip with you and have that game right here on WHIR. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning about special teams, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Bye.
All right, bye.
That's Danville head coach Frank Parks Jr., Admirals and Leslie County Eagles. Friday at 7:30, and then we'll make the trip to Boyle County as well as the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, and Radio Rick by his side, and Josh Bertram with the stats. And that game will be at Russell County, 7:30 Eastern Time. Again, that is a Central Time kickoff, so you go to Russell County, you'll go back an hour. It'll be 6:30 Russell County time, but just, leave your typical normal time, you think, because it's still 7:30 here for that kickoff on Z105. We got the County Agents Corner coming up here on the Joe Show at 7:32 in the morning. Here's a quick break.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Pedals don't have all the answers, but we want you to know that it's gonna be alright. Chloe's Pedals, you are not alone. We're here for you every step of the way. 'Cause it's just around the corner, we'll find hope together. Chloe's Pedals for Hope.
For help, call the crisis hotline 988.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. 7:30 kickoff Friday night as Danville heads to Hayden to take on Leslie County. We'll have that 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Meanwhile, Boyle County heads to Russell County. 7:30 kickoff for the Rebels and the Lakers. We'll have that one on Z105 WRNZ FM. Mercer County and Garrett County are off this week. Saturday, the Cats are down in Athens taking on the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs. 5 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on Z105.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with the commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville Special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville Special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th.
Every fan knows the advantages of playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure & Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure & Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jack. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris for a free quote. 236-6686. Great day for us here in Danville. A little warm again. 85 is the high, 62 is the low. Tad cooler tomorrow, 80s the high, but Friday, Saturday, the day we're circling, even Sunday as well, the weekend, going to be just fun and fantastic and phenomenal. Friday, rain shower, 73, cools us down for Saturday, 60 is the high. Sunday, how about this? Patchy frost before 9 o'clock in the morning Sunday. You may wake up with some frost on the ground. And a high Sunday of 59. Right now, it's 7:38. It's 60 degrees. Jay Hetmansberger is on the telephone. Good morning, Jay. What's up?
Well, I knew when they were calling for 30s that we might see our first frost.
May do a little frosting. Yes, I know. Yeah, and 37 is the low Saturday evening, which would set us up for the frost. And then 39 is the low Sunday night into Monday. So going to be a cooler weekend, but, again, looking forward to the fall weather. You got a lot of good stuff going on Saturday. The Cats and the Dogs, UK and Georgia, play Saturday evening, and it'll be a good fall feelings Saturday for that. And Jay's on here for the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agent's Corner. This program is brought to you each weekday at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension Agents. And I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. And this morning's topic is pest-proofing your home. One of the best ways to limit unwanted intrusions by insects, mice, squirrels, raccoons, and other pests is to deny them entry, a procedure known as pest proofing. Many pests seek refuge in homes and buildings in response to changes in weather, such as extended periods of rain or drought, or the onset of cool autumn temperatures. Taking steps to deny their entry before they end up inside can greatly reduce the chance of future sightings. And here are some tips for pest-proofing one's home. Install door sweeps on the thresholds at the base of all exterior entry doors, and pay particular attention to the bottom corners, as this is often where rodents and other insects enter. And seal utility openings where pipes and wires enter the foundation and siding, such as around outdoor faucets, receptacles, gas meters, clothes dryer vents, and telephone or TV cable wires. And seal all cracks around windows, doors, fascia boards, and use a good quality silicone or acrylic latex sealant. And repair gaps or tears in all screens in windows and doors. And install a 1/4-inch wire mesh over attic, roof, and crawl space vents in order to prevent entry of birds, bats, squirrels, rodents, and other wildlife. And consider applying an exterior insecticide treatment. Treat at the base of all exterior doors, garage, and crawl space openings, and around foundation, vents, and utility openings, and up underneath the siding. And clients who choose not to tackle these activities may want to hire a professional pest control firm. Many firms offer pest proofing services. And for the occasional bug that wanders in from outdoors, a vacuum cleaner or broom is often all that's needed. And that's today's County Agent's Corner. It's been my pleasure to be your host. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a profitable year down on the farm.
There you go, Jay Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, before you go, got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Jay, are you ready?
All right, let us know.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1, Jay. Humans have been eating pistachios for approximately 8,750 years. Been eating pistachios.
Wow.
You like
They've been around that long.
Yeah, you like pistachios?
I do.
They're a lot easier to eat when you don't have the shells on them. They're
I
also
know that.
they're also a lot more expensive to buy when they don't have the shells on them. So you have to balance how much do you not like removing the shells? Is that too much of a hindrance, or would you rather spend $7, $8, $9 more bucks for a bag full of them without their shells on?
Yeah, it's how much do you want to work at?
Yeah, exactly. Number 2, Jay, almost 99.9% of the mass in our solar system is the sun.
Okay, I believe that.
Yeah. Number 3, the rotation of Venus itself is very slow, but it travels around the sun faster than Earth. So it rotates on its axis very slowly. So one day on Earth, right, is 24 hours. One day on Venus is 243 Earth days. While,
that is slow.
Yes, while a year on Venus is 225 Earth days. So yes, that means a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. It's kind of crazy to wrap your head around that, but it would take you longer to go through one day on Venus than 1 year. So you'd have, if you lived on Venus, there'd have to be some sort of different way to count days. I don't know how they do it, but some sort of different calendar there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, it's been sunny for the last 7 months. I don't know when we're going to finally make it through this sunny stretch, but. Number 4, more than 50% of rideshare drivers, so like the Uber, not Uber, but, gosh, my mind's gone blank. Well, you call them and they come and pick you up. It's not Uber. I guess it is Uber, isn't it? Because there's Uber Eats and Uber. Yeah. More than 50% of them are 50 and older. So it's the older generation starting to pick this up. Only 6% are between the ages of 18 and 29. So 50-50 shot if you call Uber.
That surprises me.
Yeah, 50% shot. Be 50 or older. And then number 5, Jay, the U.S. government has a guide for the official name for people from every state. From Alabama, Ian. If you're from Alabama, you're an Alabamian. If you're from Hawaii, you're not Hawaiian. You're a Hawaii resident. If you're from Wyoming, you are a Wyomingite. I don't know why they couldn't just make Hawaii.
Just don't sound right.
Yeah, Hawaiian. It makes sense to me. Like, what do they call a Kentuckian? So why would it not be Hawaiian? It flows off the tongue. It makes sense, but apparently it's just Hawaii resident.
And if you're from Indiana, you're a Hoosier.
There you go. You're not an Indiana, Ian. you're a Hoosier. Jay, appreciate you being on. You have a good, fun, and a safe Wednesday. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All right.
All right, Jay. Bye. Yes, sir. Bye. That's Jay Hemmonsberger from the Garrett County Extension Office. Say it's 7:45. We've got sports coming up with Big Daddy. We've got top hour news coming up here as well. We see what's going on out west in Hollywood. A lot to do over the next 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned to the Joe Show on WHIR. In the words of Charlie Perry, Wordland Radio.
Hey, it's me again. That's right. I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Your college football team's playing the number one team in the nation this week, plus baseball's playoffs are underway. So how do you get attention right now? Coach Cal knows how. It was announced yesterday that Kentucky basketball will renew its series with the Indiana Hoosiers. UK will host games in Rupp Arena in 25 and 27, while IU will host games in Lucas Oil Stadium in 26 and in Bloomington in 28. Kentucky leads the series with Indiana 32-25. In Major League Baseball wildcard playoffs yesterday in the American League, Texas shut out Tampa Bay 4-0 for the Rays' sixth postseason loss in a row. Minnesota down Toronto 3-1. It was the Twins' first playoff win since 2004. In the National League, Arizona beat Milwaukee 6-3. While Philadelphia topped Miami 4-1. All four Game 2s are set for today. Number 20, Kentucky's on the road this weekend as they travel to top-ranked Georgia. The Bulldogs are 3-touchdown favorites, even though they've struggled the last 2 weeks in wins over Auburn and South Carolina. UK was impressive in their 33-14 victory over Florida. Kickoff is at 7:30 Saturday night for the Cats and the Dogs on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you two high school football games this Friday night, both district matchups, and both are on the road. Boyle County is at Russell County on Z105, and Danville is at Leslie County on WHIR-FM 1039. Garrett County and Mercer County have open dates during this fall break week. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hey, Joe, did you know Big Deals has got something new?
Where can I save money now, Radio Rick?
We've got the Anderson Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Buy a $50 gift certificate for a Big Deals price of just $35.
Sounds awesome. What do they have?
They offer jewelry, apparel, gifts, and home decor. They do embroidery and monogramming. Come and see their selection of comfortable jeans, heavy canvas bags, lamps, art, scratch-made soap scents, natural soy candles. Find the perfect curtains, blinds, and shutters for your home.
Sounds great. I know where I can get my wife a gift and save money. Please don't tell her.
It's up to me. Joe, you like to eat, don't you?
You bet.
Save money at the Big City Pizza Company in Danville. Another new way to save.
I'd love to have some of their 3-cheese mac and cheese pizza.
Well, get over to hometownlive.net and save on Big City Pizza with a $10 gift certificate for just $7.
I'm on it. Pizza night tonight at the Mathis house.
You, too, can save with more big deals at hometownlive.net. Lots of discounts like Bread of Life, Sweets by Cindy, O'Charlie's, Applebee's, the Old Bus Station, and A&L Accessories.
Need a change of scenery? Check out Kentucky State Parks. With 45 parks to choose from, there are limitless options. Each park has its own unique features, landscape and resorts, restaurants, campgrounds, and some of the best golf courses around. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and your family. Explore Kentucky Parks. Enjoy fun outdoor adventure without the long lines of many destinations. Book now at parks.ky.gov.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
That's nice of you, Jack. Brought to you. What did I say yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I'll get over the cold, but it'll be 2025 maybe. You have to suffer through that for about the next year and a half. Mostly sunny. I don't even know where I left off. Brought to you by Dexter WHIR Insurance. I think is where we're at. Your local independent insurance agency. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Mark or Chris, call them for a free quote, 236-6686. All right, sunny, high at 85, low at 62. Tomorrow, sunshine, cloudy skies later, 80s the high. Rain showers move in tomorrow night into Friday, where you get 73 as the high. Right now it's 7:51. It's 60 degrees here in Danville. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447, 238-WHIR. Love to have you on the radio. Hey, the latest installment of this Saw movie franchise. I haven't seen any of them. Haven't seen a single Saw movie. But I've said before on the air, I'm not a horror movie guy. That's just, I don't do that. I don't want to be scared, so why would I pay to be scared or rent a movie to be scared? And the latest installment of the Saw franchise is out, Saw 10 or Saw X. But have you heard the trailer? I'm not real sure that there's any new ideas in this movie. Check out the trailer for Saw 10. See if you think that this is a groundbreaking thing or if it's just the same thing over and over again. Here's the trailer.
He's back. The saga continues. It's Saw 10.
Okay, what's so different about this Saw movie?
It's the 10th one. The last movie was Saw 9. This is the 10th one.
Yeah, so?
Saw 10 has more scary moments, more blood, and more saws. Don't you want to see it?
Nah, not really. Once you've seen one Saw movie, yeah, you've seen them all.
No, these saws are different. They're environmentally friendly saws.
Didn't they do that in Saw 8 and 9?
No, these saws are emission-free and low maintenance with no cord to pull. And there's a low-noise motor.
Don't you want the saw to make a lot of noise?
No, well, it doesn't matter. Just go see the movie.
But what?
Be quiet. Saw 10 in theaters now.
Oh, wait a minute. Low-emission saws? I thought part of the reason saws were scary is because they were loud, made a lot of noise. You knew that somebody was coming after you. See what's going on in the world of weird celebrity news, the showbiz segment. Well, I guess, I never thought about this, but I guess if you're a holic over anything, alcoholic, workaholic now, apparently you can go to therapy for it. I didn't know, there was such a thing as therapy for a workaholic. I just thought, just don't go to work as much. But apparently you have to go to therapy for it. Idris Elba is such a workaholic. He's been in therapy since last year for working too much. He says he recognized that it caused him to develop unhealthy habits. Quote, I work in an industry that I'm rewarded for those unhealthy habits. I can work 10 days in a film, underwater sequences, holding my breath for 6 minutes, and come back and sit in my studio and feel relaxed. More so than sitting on my sofa with a family, which is bad, right? This is the part where I've got to normalize what makes me relaxed. It can't be all work. Idris wants to change his mindset because nothing extreme is good, and everything needs balance, and get to a place where he sees relaxation as being productive. There you go. Travis Barker is married to Kourtney Kardashian, but his first Kardashian crush was actually Kim. That was way back in 2006, before Kim was famous. At the time, she was working as Paris Hilton's assistant, and Travis was with Paris. Kim was still with Ray J. Paris, Travis, Kim, and some other friends went to Amsterdam together, and Travis was smitten. He even told one of the other guys in the trip, I don't care if she's the closet girl, she's hot. About a year later, when they were both single, they went on a few dates together, but Travis says nothing happened, and this was after Kim's famous tape came out. Quote, she was so kind and polite, I just felt like a perfect gentleman around her. It was a trip. There you go. And can you imagine anyone but Patrick Stewart playing Captain Picard on Star Trek? You wouldn't have had a choice if Sir Ian McKellen had his way. In his new memoir, Making It So, Patrick says that when he first got the offer to do Star Trek The Next Generation, Ian tried to talk him out of it. Ian told him, quote, No, you must not do that. You must not. You have too much important theater work to do. You can't throw that away to do TV. You can't. No. Patrick took the whole gig anyway because, quote, I felt theater would return to my life whenever I was ready for it, whereas an offer of the lead role in an American TV series might never come again. And he says McKellen has admitted in the years since that he was wrong. Ian McKellen tried to stop Patrick Stewart from doing Star Trek, The Next Generation. Travis Barker used to have a crush on Kim Kardashian. Now he's married to her sister. And Idris Elba has been in therapy for a year for being a workaholic. That's what's going on in Celebrity News, the Showbiz segment. Milton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for your sandwich for lunch later on this afternoon. A Big Daddy Club sounds pretty good today. Let's go with that. Number one, the Big Daddy Club. You know we have it on Fridays, but we're going to have it today as well. Piled high with deli baked ham, smoked turkey, crisp bacon, Swiss and American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on your choice of white, wheat, or rye bread. It's the Big Daddy Club, number one, $7.99 only at Melton's Deli in Danville, 247 East Main Street and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Melton's Deli in Danville. Tell them you heard it this morning on the Joe Show. One of the great specialty sandwiches they have on their menu. They have 10 of them in the East Main location. They also have that French dip Swiss sandwich. The French dip Swiss sandwich, and have a chance to get that today in Melton's Deli at the East Main location. Hey, playing the Powerball tonight. Lots of Powerball news. The third largest Powerball jackpot ever. The seventh largest lottery jackpot ever. Of course, you have the Mega Millions, too, which can get up there. Can become the Mega Billions real quick. $1.2 billion, I think, is what I saw last. $1.2 billion. At the Powerball jackpot tonight. Have a chance to win that. It's very, very slim chances. Of course, it's zero if you don't play at all, but it's 1 in 292 million. A chance to become a billionaire. I think if you win, and you're the only winner, right? So if there's multiple winners, you split the pot with everybody. But if there's just one winner, 590 million or 570 million. Oh, what the heck? It's $20 million difference. Come on. When you got 590, what's the difference between that and 570? It's 500 plus million that you take home as the lump sum. That's before taxes. You got state taxes, you got federal taxes, and then because you win so much, the U.S. government does treat lottery earnings and winnings as income. So it would move you up more than likely into a different tax bracket that you would have to pay your taxes in. But still, chance at $500 plus million, $1.2 billion is the expected jackpot for tonight's drawing, the third largest in Powerball history. It'll draw right before 11 o'clock tonight. It's 7:57 in the morning here on the Joe Show. 60 degrees here in Danville.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
The new home for A&L Accessories in Danville's at 491 South 4th Street next to Smart Loop, featuring gifts, purses, jewelry, watches, scarves, body care products, and official Simply Southern Products dealer. Open at 11:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Stop in the new home for A&L Accessories in Danville, 493 South 4th.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
8 o'clock in the morning, we are halfway home. We're talking with our state senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe, coming up here at 8:10 this morning. And we'll discuss what's going on with our state senator in Frankfort and talk about that with her at 8:10 this morning. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see what State Senator Bledsoe has to say. 9 o'clock hour, Farmers National Bank. Adam Hopkins joins us about keeping your bank account safe and secure.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Kevin McCarthy says he will not run again for House Speaker. McCarthy spoke last night after he was ousted from his leadership position in a vote forced by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. Gaetz says nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy. Mark Mayfield with more.
His comments came after the House, in a historic vote, stripped McCarthy of the Speaker's gavel on Tuesday. Gaetz railed against McCarthy for failing to rein in government spending and breaking promises that he made to conservatives back in January when he was first elected Speaker. Gaetz said that he thought Steve Scalise of Louisiana would make a great Speaker. The Florida congressman forced the vote to remove McCarthy late Monday. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Former President Donald Trump plans to be back in a Manhattan courtroom today, the third day in his civil fraud trial in New York State. Scott Pringle reports.
Well, Donald Trump's longtime accountant Donald Bender is expected to continue to testify. Yesterday, he said the Trump organization did not give him all the financial documents he needed. Attorney General Letitia James.
The defendants cannot blame their repeated and persistent fraud on their accounting firm.
Trump's legal team argues the banks were not defrauded, but rather made money on Trump's loans.
She's a fraud. Her numbers are fraudulent, and this case should be dismissed.
James is accusing Trump of inflating his net worth so his company could get better loans and insurance deals.
The Biden administration is forgiving another $9 billion in student loan debts. The forgiveness announced today applies to 125,000 borrowers who have been on an income-driven repayment and public service loan forgiveness program. Cell phones across the country will be getting an emergency alert today. The federal government is conducting a nationwide test of the emergency alert system this afternoon. The jolting sound should start hitting phones at around 2:20 p.m. Eastern. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer, MFD.
This year, there will be more than 600 traffic-related deaths in Kentucky. Over 100 fatalities will be people riding motorcycles. Over a dozen will be on bicycles. And more than 70 will be pedestrians. Scary numbers, but together, we can make our roadways safer. Whether you drive, ride, bike, or walk, please share the roads safely.
A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Tens of thousands of healthcare workers are poised to strike today if a last-minute deal isn't reached with Kaiser Permanente. Patricia Johnson-Gibson is a Colorado union member and a long-time Kaiser employee. She says workers don't want to strike, but are most likely moving forward with the move.
People are nervous. People are concerned about their patients. But more than that, our employees are making a huge sacrifice. And that sacrifice is to give up 3-day pay to take a stand.
If a deal isn't reached, it will be the largest healthcare workers' strike in U.S. history, spanning hundreds of hospitals and facilities across the nation and affecting 75,000 healthcare workers. One of the men who starred in the Netflix Tiger King series has been banned from dealing exotic animals in Virginia. Sarah Bartlett with the story.
Doc Antle was sentenced Tuesday in Frederick County. According to State Attorney General Jason Miyares, Antle was convicted of 4 felony counts surrounding wildlife trafficking in the county. He illegally purchased endangered lion cubs for display and profit at his South Carolina zoo. In a statement, Miyares says Antle is no longer allowed to work with, own, possess, broker, buy, sell, trade, transfer, barter, or donate any exotic animals in Virginia for 5 years. Antle had jail time suspended, but is required to pay a $10,000 fine.
Messi Mania will be the subject of a new documentary. More from Trey Thomas.
Lionel Messi is as big as it gets.
Apple TV Plus announced Monday it will stream 6 episodes of Messi Meets America. The series follows soccer superstar Lionel Messi's arrival in the U.S. to play for Inter Miami. The first 3 episodes will be available October 11th. I'm Trey Thomas.
Stock futures are little change. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titans. Listen to every game on WHBM.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Joe Mathis, voice of the Danville Football Admirals. Listen to every Admiral game on AM 1230 WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at HometownLive.net.
At Linux of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Linux of Danville, we make tough look good.
Good morning to you folks. Wednesday, it's October the 4th. That's 100423 on your calendar today at 8:06 with sunny skies, mid-80s, another hot one for us. And we begin the cool down tomorrow night into Friday. News is first. Forecast is coming up after that. And then our state senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe's on here. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with a commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large
large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984, always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAHeatingandAir.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
The Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show is back. For the 12th year, the Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show is getting you ready for Friday night's games. It's Central Kentucky's only pregame show as we preview the games for Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, and Garrett County, as well as pick area high school players and the Danville Family Dentistry High School Fantasy Football Draft, the only high school fantasy draft that we know of. Join us. Let's have fun as we prepare for the best part of the week, Friday Night Lights on the Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show. Fridays from 6 o'clock until 7 on WHIR and WHBN.
This Joe Show Weather Report brought to you by...
Think of there, Jack. Brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. And that's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. You get sunshine, a high of 85, a low tonight of 62. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 80. Friday, showers, thunderstorms are likely. Rainy day Friday, 73 is the high. And there is a chance, though, that rain gets out of here by the afternoon and gives us a pretty cool and nice afternoon. Saturday, sunny and 60. Sunday, patchy frost as you wake up in the morning, 59 is the high on Sunday. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 60 degrees here in Danville. Phone number to call in this morning is 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. And we'd love to have you on the radio this morning here on the Joe Show, 238-9447. We are waiting to see if State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe gives us a call in on this Wednesday morning. And as we wait, let's see what's going on in the Sort of Sports Report. And here we go. Starting off in baseball, where Phil Nevin is out as manager of the LA Angels after the Halos finished the 2023 season 73-89. The team said they have declined their option on Nevin's contract for next season. Los Angeles will have its fourth manager in 6 years. Since the departure of Mike Scioscia, who held the job for 19, the team had a brief flirtation with postseason play this year, going into buying mode before the deadline, but whatever momentum they had faded, and several of their trade deadline acquisitions hit the waiver wire. In the end, LA finished 17 games behind Houston in the American League West, as well as 17 games off the pace in the wild card race. By the way, Nevin went 119 and 149 in his first major league managerial job and missed the postseason in both of his seasons at the helm, though last year he took over halfway through. Not bad for a guy who initially couldn't make his varsity basketball team. NBA legend Michael Jordan has achieved what no other American athlete has done. Been named one of the 400 wealthiest Americans ever. The 400 richest Americans, known collectively as the Forbes 400, has never included a professional athlete before, though it's safe to say his airness is much more than that. While that may have been the genesis of his wealth, his net worth has increased exponentially since his retirement, with multiple endorsements and investments vaulting him into the exclusive club. In fact, it was a sell the Charlotte Hornets NBA franchise that put him over the top. MJ sold the Hornets back in August for $3 billion, a significant markup from the $275 million he purchased the team for back in 2010. The Sort of Sports Report. All right, 8:13 in the morning. So we've heard about the emergency alert that's going to be going on this afternoon at 2:20, which is right during my nap time. All right, what a perfect time to have it. And a lot of Americans are going to be looking at their phones at 2:20 today. That's 11:20 Pacific. And no, it's not because we're always looking at our phones. Anyway, earlier this year, the government announced that it had picked a day for a nationwide test of its EAS and wireless emergency alerts. An alert going to be sent to all radios and televisions, as well as consumer cell phones. You don't need to do anything, just ignore it. It's like one of those tests of the emergency broadcast systems that happened all the time throughout the 80s and 90s. The purpose of this is to make sure the system works, because when there's an actual emergency, like a tornado, there's no time for troubleshooting. It's a brief interruption, and we'll all be dealing with it. Well, most of us will be dealing with it. There are some people who say they're trying to avoid this by leaving their cell phones off all day. and they have a pretty wild conspiracy theory. So check this out. They claim that the alert on people's cell phones will be used to activate nanoparticles introduced into people's bodies. Now, there are many conflicting explanations for this, for how or why this would happen, but there's one video where a woman says that the test will trigger graphene oxide that was put in people's blood through COVID-19 shots. And when that happens, the government will be able to monitor people and control them like remote control toys. Not to go down this rabbit hole, but graphene oxide is not an ingredient in any COVID shot. And even if it was, scientists say that you can't activate it, and it makes no sense that it could somehow interact with wireless networks. So there you go. Are you a conspiracy theorist? Is that what you believe? Or are you just one of those that is going to turn your phone off because 2:20 is your nap time? Now, when you turn your phone back on, you're still going to get the alert, right? Like, just because your phone is off doesn't mean the alert's not going to come through. It's like getting a text message, I assume. You can have your phone off. When you turn your phone back on, the text messages still come through. I assume that's how this is going to work. But 2:20 in the afternoon today, everyone's phone will get an alarm to test the emergency alert system and the wireless emergency alerts. It's 8:15. We've got sports coming your way right now with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. And again, we'll see if State Senator Bledsoe calls in. If she doesn't, we'll take a look at what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date, too. Remember, it's 8:16 in the morning.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Your college football team's playing the number one team in the nation this week, plus baseball's playoffs are underway. So how do you get attention right now? Coach Cal knows how. It was announced yesterday that Kentucky basketball will renew its series with the Indiana Hoosiers. UK will host games in Rupp Arena in 25 and 27, while IU will host games in Lucas Oil Stadium in 26 and in Bloomington in 28. Kentucky leads the series with Indiana 32-25. In Major League Baseball wildcard playoffs yesterday in the American League, Texas shut out Tampa Bay 4-0 for the Rays' sixth postseason loss in a row. Minnesota down Toronto 3-1. It was the Twins' first playoff win since 2004. In the National League, Arizona beat Milwaukee 6-3, while Philadelphia topped Miami 4-1. All four Game 2s are set for today. Number 20, Kentucky's on the road this weekend as they travel to top-ranked Georgia. The Bulldogs are 3-touchdown favorites, even though they've struggled the last 2 weeks in wins over Auburn and South Carolina. UK was impressive in their 33-14 victory over Florida. Kickoff is at 7:30 Saturday night for the Cats and the Dogs on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you two high school football games this Friday night. Both district matchups, and both are on the road. Boyle County is at Russell County on Z105, and Danville is at Leslie County on WHIR FM 1039. Garrett County and Mercer County have open dates during this fall break week. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Mike Gay here. Are you frustrated with your current job? Want to get that promotion, but you don't have a college degree? Then go to Essity.com. We're hiring 25 new machine operators starting at $19.38 an hour. Is work-life balance important to you? Well, we have 12-hour shifts. You can work 90 nights, work 90 days, and then you're off 180 days during the year. That's with no required OT. Essity, ESSITY.com.
Paved driveways and parking lots are a major investment, whether at your business, church, or home.
At Hometown Radio, we depend on White House seal coating to keep our asphalt surfaces protected. Their experienced crews are insured to do asphalt sealing.
And to stop further damage, they do hot rubber, crack filling, before sealing to keep out water, ice, and oils. White House Seal Coating.
Call now. We did 859-325-5716.
Or go online at whitehousesealcoating.com.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jackie Boy. Brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low of 62. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, 80. Friday, you get rain showers before noon, 73 a high. So a chance again that we get pretty good skies, clear skies on Friday night. 43 the high. 43 the low Friday night. Saturday, sunny and 60s the high. Right now, it is 8:20 in the morning. It's Wednesday, October the 4th, and we welcome onto the show State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe. Good morning, Senator Bledsoe. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning to you.
Yeah, appreciate you calling in here, Senator Bledsoe, and a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss this morning, and we'll start off, Senator Bledsoe, with Governor Andy Beshear, who had a press conference, I guess it was yesterday, to discuss his Better Kentucky infrastructure plan, and has asked you all, the General Assembly, to consider funding that plan, which would provide clean drinking water, high-speed internet, education, and affordable housing to more families. All of that sounds awesome. I think everyone's in agreement with that, but it costs money. So let's talk about, Senator Bledsoe, what did you think about Governor Beshear's announcement yesterday? Were you able to see that, read that, watch that, and what's your thoughts on that?
I was in a number of meetings yesterday myself, so I did not get to watch it. I skimmed a little bit of it last night, and, you know, I agree with you on the one hand. All of these initiatives are positive things, and they're things that really fit the needs of our communities. I've been in several conversations in some of the counties about, you know, putting in sewers and infrastructure for water and improving water for those who don't have it, which is important. Certainly affordable housing and having more of that is an issue. So I'm for a lot of what he's talking about. A lot of it are one-time investment costs that will do good work. You know, someone joked on, the speaker put out a statement saying, well, once again, he's put it out there, but hasn't talked to one member of the legislature about, you know, do you agree or would you? He's just announced it and put it in the lap. And, you know, we'll see. The House right now is working on their budget and putting one together as well. So those are issues that the topics and the priorities, I think, will be there for us because those are important things. The question is, to your point, how much and to what degree and how do you fund them? Are those direct allocations? Are they competitive grants for water quality improvements? You know, how does putting money into the Kentucky Affordable Housing Trust is a good thing. How are they going to disperse it?
Yeah,
would be something that that I'm interested in seeing. You know, so. We'll be talking about it, but I think infrastructure is really important.
Yeah. On the other side, you talk about funding. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron announced yesterday $13.9 million going to 30 organizations. This is part of the $800 million that was secured by Daniel Cameron's office against manufacturing and distributing opioid epidemic companies for their roles in distributing those things that help lead to many to struggle with addiction. And $13.9 million to 30 organizations. That's always good news when you can bring in money and help organizations in this great fight against the opioid epidemic here in Kentucky.
You're right. Lexington's Voices of Hope, I believe, received $1 million of that allocation yesterday. I know they do a phenomenal job, and you know it's like anything else. One of the best things we can do long term is help people become recovered and stop the addiction process. You know, that's really important. Recovery is something that people battle every day, and so putting money, it's kind of like putting money into the very institutions that can help long term, and it's a great thing, and we desperately need it. That's one of the challenges for a lot of those rehab and rehabilitation places is having enough funding to keep it going long term. Addiction is not an overnight cure. You don't take a pill for it and stop doing it. It's a long term process, as you know. It's a long term journey. So I'm very excited about the funding. Yeah, speaking of the rehabilitation process, we have the Isaiah House that's been on every Wednesday with us over the last month, and they'll be on again this morning. And what a great job the Isaiah House does amongst many of the other, rehab facilities and rehab organizations across the state of Kentucky, which all have the same goal. It's to be able to get people off drugs and or alcohol and get them back as a contributing member of society, right? To be able to work in the workforce, to be able to pay taxes, to be able to, take care of their families, send their kids to school, pay for the things they need. And what a great task that they have, that they've been tasked with, these organizations, to be able to help fund them is just phenomenal, and great news there. State Senator Bledsoe, that's kind of what was on my mind this morning. We'll open up the floor for you. What have you been working on? Well, two things. One, I've been to Isaiah House several times, and you're right. What they do that's so good, I think, is give people hope after recovery.
Yeah.
Which is here's how you give you job, trade, and workforce development skills. You can do something afterwards that really makes it a positive thing. So they did a great job. Yesterday, believe it or not, the Wendell Ford lecture series had their traditional annual lecture at the Martin School of Public Policy at UK. And John Yarmouth, former congressman from Louisville, is a new visiting professor in the Martin School. So he did his presentation yesterday speaking about the federal budget and some of the breakdown and how the budget works at the federal level. And what great timing. They had me on with him afterwards on a panel talking about the impact of the federal budget on state governments and how we fund things and the challenges between the two. And what a fascinating conversation. I kind of wondered how many people would come to this to hear it. But I think people are paying attention because of some of the issues in D.C. for sure. And there were about 300 people who came to hear him and I talk about some of these kind of issues. And, we get $19.4 billion a year. Kentucky does, for things like Medicaid and education and WIC programs and social services and public assistance from the federal government. So if they're not funding and not allocating appropriately, it has a massive impact on the citizens in Kentucky.
Yes.
And it was real interesting to be having this conversation during the speaker recall in D.C.
Yeah.
So it was, it was just kind of like you couldn't have timed something, more perfectly than we did.
Yeah.
And I really talk about the challenges of governing.
Yeah, yeah. You talked about the speaker recall, and I'm glad you brought that up. I kind of want to ask you about it locally for us in the state. Let's say someone wants to remove the leader of the Senate, right? The Senate president or the speaker of the House, the House of Representatives president, whatever it may be, there in Frankfort. How would you all do that? I mean, they did it yesterday in D.C., so what would be the process? Let's say that the Speaker of the House or the Senate President does something horrible enough to where he needs to be removed. How would you all go about that?
It's interesting you asked that question because I was having that same conversation last night going, I don't know how we do that. It never crossed my mind or had a situation for it. Unlike Congress, Frankfort only meets, General Assembly is only in session during that time, so we couldn't intermittently, oust somebody in leadership because we're not meeting. We don't have formal meetings until January, and so as a group at the caucus, we do have formal nominations in the caucus room and pick our leadership, if you will, and then we go out and nominate on the Senate floor and pick them. And so during session, I would assume that we could do the same thing and recall, but honestly, I don't know either. I don't know if it's ever happened. I do know they've done that years ago. They had some people flip to change the majority in the Senate. But the process for that, I think, is very similar. Someone from the floor makes a motion to do so, and then there has to be enough people to do it. And, Leader McConnell has said to me, and I have heard him say this several times, there's a time to make a point, and there's a time to make a difference. And sometimes you make points to make points, and they're important. But then governing is really what we're elected to do. And that kind of chaos is so upsetting, I think, to the country and to the environment when you have that kind of instability in your leadership groups.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned yesterday that I did not know, if you follow this a little bit, the Speaker pro temp has not been publicly named for national security reasons. So they choose one. But it's not something people know. So last night, the Speaker pro temp is actually Congressman McHenry. And so when that happened, he became the known speaker, acting speaker. But it was only because no one knew who it was prior to that for national security reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting.
It's interesting you mentioned, political leaders making points to make points, but you also got to govern as well. And we live in this time, Senator Bledsoe, of social media, right? Where, I feel like everybody wants to be known for something if you're seeking fame. And how much of that do you think revolves around maybe not even local politics, and there could be some, but national politics, where now you have this guy in Florida, Matt Gaetz, who has kind of led this charge against Speaker McCarthy, and now he's kind of known for that, right? Like now he's got his niche. He's the one that helped lead this charge. Do you feel like that's kind of part to quote-unquote blame in today's politics where, like, let's be known for something. Let's be known as the guy who did this, and this is kind of, I can drive my stake, my claim into this, and this is what I'm known as now.
Absolutely, and I find it very concerning at every level. When you run for office, be it at your local council level or your commission level, all the way up, you are asking people to entrust you with their representation.
Yes.
And it's about the people you represent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
And when it becomes about you, it ceases to put the country and the people you represent first. And I think you're seeing it in lots of places, especially social media, because it just amplifies the megaphone that makes it feel more about you. And I think that's a very dangerous I don't think it's good at all. And it really concerns me in terms of how people work together in Congress, how we work together in the General Assembly. It's not healthy, and I think it really disenfranchises the people that we represent from ourselves sometimes. They need to know that we're listening to them and representing them on the floor, not their own personal positions and beliefs. And it's a problem. It's a problem, Joe, and I'm really concerned about it moving forward.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like you said, when they're serving themselves instead of the public, if you do something wild and outlandish, then people get to know your name, right? I'm the one who led this charge, and so now maybe I can move up in the world of politics. Maybe the next person who becomes president in my party will remember me as doing this, and now they can pick me because I'm the name that people will remember. They'll put me on the ticket because I'm the one that did this. That's when you get to serving yourselves or serving the public that you've been elected to serve.
That's right. And I'll tell you the other thing that I mentioned yesterday that I think I've just witnessed is that there are lots of people who run for office who are activists for, doesn't matter what party you're in or what issue you're on, who are very passionate about a specific thing, and they sometimes run in that vein. But I'll tell you, activists make very poor legislators.
Yeah.
And I think we've done, kind of a disservice to elect people who are very strong in their personal beliefs sometimes, and maybe have a hard time realizing we're all people who live here.
Yeah.
And working together and trying to figure it out, it's hard.
Yeah. Well, how do you balance it then, Senator Bledsoe, as a legislator? So let's use it in, I'm a big sports guy, right? So let's use it in sports terms. A referee or an umpire or an official in a game, they never want to be the center of attention, or they shouldn't want to be. Right? It's like being the sound guy at church. People only recognize you when something horrible goes wrong, when the feedback and the microphone goes crazy and everybody looks back at the sound guy in church, right? Other than that, nobody knows the sound guy's there. Nobody knows the official or umpire is there until they throw a flag and they make it about them, right? And they become the center of attention. So how do you balance that where, Senator Bledsoe, like, it's important to make a name for yourself because you want people to know who you are when you run for re-election, but you don't want to overstep the boundaries to where you make it about yourself?
That's right. And I think the easiest way to do that is just to let your work product speak for itself, which means you put your head down, you go to work, you listen to the people that you represent, and you really make it about that. And, you have to have people hold you accountable. I've got personal friends who hold me accountable to make sure, we were somewhere and one of them joked, I realize everyone here thinks you're a big deal. We still don't, and you need that kind of personal friendships with people, and they're mindful of that on a personal level. And then politically, I think that's, you want people to know that you care about their issues, that you're listening to them. And the farther you're removed from listening to the people, be it at the grocery store or stopping by an event, ribbon cutting and talking to people, when you're accessible, it does keep you humble. Because you should feel like you're representing them at a personal level. When you get too far removed and think, well, I'm up here and you're down here, that's where the danger starts to grow, if you will. And so it's hard. I think people in politics, when you stay too long in a certain role, I think that also helps kind of entrench you sometimes to making it about you.
Yeah.
And moving up, moving out, moving someplace else is not a bad thing.
Yeah. State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe, appreciate your time this morning and calling in. We know that you got kids on fall break and spending time with him. We appreciate your time here being on the show. And if people have any questions, again, you heard Senator Bledsoe say she'd love to talk to you. She stays as grounded as she can and making sure she listens to the constituents, whatever the issue may be. How can people get in touch with you, Senator Bledsoe?
The easiest is email amanda.maysbledsoe@lrc.ky.gov.
amanda.maysbledsoe@lrc.ky.gov. Senator, appreciate you being on and taking your time out of your day to talk to us. We'll talk to you again next Wednesday, okay?
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe.
Yes, ma'am. Bye. That's State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe every Wednesday morning, usually around 8:10, but called in this morning a tad bit late, but we're glad she did. At 8:20, we talk with her, and so tune in every Wednesday for her interview here on The Joe Show. It's 8:35 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back and see what's going on in the grub gab world of food and also on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month same as cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with a commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th. More is in store for you at this year's Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th from 9 till 4. More craft booths, 80 this year. More craft vendors including metalworking to handmade clothes, paintings and woodworking, jewelry, beautiful baskets, and more, all handmade. More family fun includes pumpkin painting, games, free pony rides, and more family-friendly activities. More variety of food vendors, more new musical acts. More is in store for you at the Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th, 9 to 4 on Main Street and also at Downtown Green.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Mostly sunny, a high of 85, a low of 62. Cloudy tomorrow, 80s the high. Chance of rain showers tomorrow, not into Friday, where you get 73 is the high. Saturday, sunny and 60. Sunday, pitchy frost as you wake up in the morning. High of 59 on Sunday. Right now, it's 8:41. It's 60 degrees in Danville. Wedding Planning with Pim is coming your way right now.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. There are many ways to achieve wedding elegance. It's not solely defined as a sit-down dinner for 200 held on a candlelit Saturday evening in a well-appointed ballroom. Picture an afternoon reception for 50 under ancient oaks, tables covered with lace cloths graced by silver bowls of fresh flowers, gourmet foods, and a violin playing romantic melodies. Envision an afternoon brunch by the pool, bistro tables, spicy fare, and Latin music. Or an intimate party at your favorite club or piano bar. Lobster, hors d'oeuvres, amazing desserts, an open bar, a signature drink, a live 5-piece band, and dancing. A small intimate wedding can be outrageously extravagant and still be affordable. Many couples make the mistake of thinking the only way to achieve elegance is by blowing their budget. Not true. It's the size of your guest list that will determine what you're able to accomplish on your budget. If you see yourself settling for the mediocre because you have too many names on your guest list and not enough money to go around, cut your guest list and have the type of wedding you want. Most important, you'll be able to intimately enjoy your friends and families, and they in turn will enjoy you. And isn't that what you want your wedding to be all about? My love note for today: define elegance in your own terms within your own budget.
There's a whole lot of savings going on now at Staples. During Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $150 on select office and desk chairs. And when you buy a chair, you save 25% on desks, storage solutions, and office accessories. Plus, your local Staples now accepts Amazon returns. And when you return an Amazon order at Staples, you receive a coupon for $10 off your next $30 Staples purchase. Now is definitely the time to save at Staples. Chair offer ends 10/28, in-store only. Exclusions apply on Amazon offer.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is Jimmy from the Parthenon Greek American Eats. Enjoy a glass of wine, beer, or your favorite cocktail with your fresh cooked meal made to order. Have you tried our delicious ribs, fish, steak, or salads? We have the best gyros in the region. Only accept the best. Grecian Delight Gyros. Find us at danvillegreek.com or Facebook. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center, where fresh is our best ingredient.
Parthenon Greek American Eats. Dine in or take out. Fresh from our family.
Hello, this is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in downtown Danville. Home values are at an all-time high, which means it's the perfect time to look into a home equity loan. Whitaker Bank can help you turn the equity in your home into a line of credit that could allow you to finally do those repairs you've put off, or to provide peace of mind knowing you have the funds available for an emergency. Call me at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822, and together we'll find just the right loan for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
More is in store for you at this year's Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th from 9 till 4. More craft booths, 80 this year. More craft vendors including metalworking to handmade clothes, paintings to woodworking, jewelry, beautiful baskets, and more, all handmade. More family fun includes pumpkin painting, games, free pony rides, and more family-friendly activities. More variety of food vendors, more new musical acts. More is in store for you at the Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th, 9 to 4 on Main Street and also at Downtown Green.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, their on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
8:46 in the morning. This is interesting. The TSA is reportedly finding more guns in passenger luggage. It's at a rate of about 1 every hour of every day. The TSA is finding guns inside passengers' luggage. But what happens to all those weapons that they find? Right? I mean, they got to confiscate them, obviously. You can't bring them on the plane. So what do you do? What do they do with all the guns? They're confiscating 1 every hour of every day. Well, check this ad out for the TSA gun sale.
Are you looking for a gun? We sure are. We're the TSA. We find a gun in someone's luggage every hour of every day. And frankly, we have just a few too many. That's why we've teamed up with the NRA to sell all these confiscated guns to you, the general public.
Wow, this is so cool. The TSA NRA just gave me a deal. It probably belonged to a bank robber or one of the expendables.
So if you're looking to have a gun but not bring it on the plane because we would just have to confiscate it from you, head on over to one of your local Homeland Security gun shops and pick up a previously owned firearm for a really good price.
I actually got my gun seized from me when I flew out here, but then I bought it back at the TSA NRA gun sale, but then had it taken away again at baggage claim. Am I stupid or what?
The TSA NRA gun sale. You keep bringing guns to the airport, we'll keep taking them from you and selling them. We are the TSA.
There you go. Grub Gab, the world of food. Ladies and gentlemen, you can just eat it. Let's do it. Hey, today's National Taco Day, so happy National Taco Day to you. Recent poll found only 5% of us don't like them. 71% prefer tacos to burritos. I'm a burrito guy myself, but that's fine. I'll eat tacos too. I'm not going to not eat a taco just because there's not burritos around. A few national chains also have deals, including Taco Bell getting the most attention for 2 big announcements they just made. So let's go to Danville's Taco Bell. They brought back their popular Taco Lovers subscription pass. And they announced they'll start selling actual breakfast tacos later this month. Their current menu has breakfast burritos, breakfast quesadillas, and breakfast crunch wraps, but does not have tacos. They had waffle tacos for a minute back in 2014. They had a naked egg taco in 2017 where the egg was just a shell, but they've always resisted actual breakfast tacos for some reason. In contrast, their new ones are pretty basic, just eggs and cheese with bacon and sausage or potatoes and a toasted tortilla. So they're opting for simplicity this time. They'll cost around $1.49 and hit Taco Bell menus October the 12th. They aren't still fully committed to it yet. For now, they say they're just a limited time offer. Red Robin celebrating the launch of its new and improved gourmet burger lineup with the introduction of a variety of new menu innovations, including the new barbecue burnt ends and bacon burger, the smashed avocado and bacon burger, the barbecue burnt ends, loaded fries, and more, designed to perfectly pair with the brand's fan-favorite bottomless steak fries. The barbecue burnt ends and bacon burger is a fresh beef patty piled high with smoked burnt ends, melted cheddar cheese, black peppered bacon, crispy onion straws, whiskey river barbecue sauce, pickles, and mayonnaise. In the smashed avocado and bacon burger, a fresh beef patty topped with freshly smashed avocado, melty Swiss cheese, hardwood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. And hey, Sonic has updated their 2-for-7 deal by adding the foot-long quarter-pound cheese coney as the entree option for a limited time at participating drive-ins. So you get the foot-long quarter-pound coney, the Sonic cheeseburger, or the crispy chicken sandwich. Pick any two of those, get them for $7 at Sonic. Sonic adds the foot-long quarter-pound coney to the 2-for-7 deal. Red Robin debuting the new barbecue burnt and bacon burger and the new smashed avocado and bacon burger. And National Taco Day. Taco Bell bringing back some of their new taco pass and introducing breakfast tacos. That's what's going on in the world of food where you can just eat it. It's 8:50 in the morning. It's 60 degrees here in Danville. Coming up, what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the 9 o'clock hour. We talk with Adam Hopkins from Farmers National Bank about safety and security of your bank account and your money. And then at 9:35, it's Isaiah House back on here for an Isaiah House Wednesday on the Joe Show.
More is in store for you at this year's Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th from 9 till 4. More craft booths, 80 this year. More craft vendors including metalworking to handmade clothes, paintings to woodworking, jewelry, beautiful baskets, and more, all handmade. More family fun includes pumpkin painting, games, free pony rides, and more family-friendly activities. More variety of food vendors, more new musical acts. More is in store for you at the Wilmore Arts and Crafts Festival this Saturday, October 7th, 9 to 4 on Main Street and also at Downtown Green.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Your college football team's playing the number one team in the nation this week, plus baseball's playoffs are underway. So how do you get attention right now? Coach Cal knows how. It was announced yesterday that Kentucky basketball will renew its series with the Indiana Hoosiers. UK will host games in Rupp Arena in 25 and 27, while IU will host games in Lucas Oil Stadium in 26 and in Bloomington in 28. Kentucky leads the series with Indiana 32-25. In Major League Baseball wildcard playoffs yesterday in the American League, Texas shut out Tampa Bay 4-0 for the Rays' sixth postseason loss in a row. Minnesota down Toronto 3-1. It was the Twins' first playoff win since 2004. In the National League, Arizona beat Milwaukee 6-3, while Philadelphia topped Miami 4-1. All 4 Game 2s are set for today. Number 20, Kentucky's on the road this weekend as they travel to top-ranked Georgia. The Bulldogs are 3-touchdown favorites, even though they've struggled the last 2 weeks in wins over Auburn and South Carolina. UK was impressive in their 33-14 victory over Florida. Kickoff is at 7 Saturday night for the Cats and the Dogs on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you 2 high school football games this Friday night, both district matchups, and both are on the road. Boyle County is at Russell County on Z105, and Danville is at Leslie County on WHIR FM 1039. Garrett County and Mercer County have open dates during this fall break week. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
The U.S. dollar is under attack, and it's becoming less and less valuable by the day. Hyperinflation and speculation is killing your retirement. Don't leave your money sitting in cash. It's time you diversified and protected your future with physical precious metals. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 and get your free digital dollar survival kit and learn how you could get up to $1,000 in free silver today. Call Advantage Gold now at 800-900-8000 to get your free digital dollar survival kit, and you may qualify for $1,000 in free silver. Advantage Gold is the #1 rated gold and silver company in America. Your future is precious. Protect it today when you call Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000 now.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Check with your financial advisor before investing.
That's 800-900-8000.
Saturday night. The Cats travel down south to put a muzzle on a bunch of barking hounds. Let's go! Georgia Bulldogs and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5 with kickoff at 7.
Home of your home for the Cats and the hits. WRNZ FM Z105. Go Cats!
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's where their burgers are all natural beef, certified, humanely raised, never any antibiotics. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass, where a great steak is truly just the beginning. Sunshine, high today 85, low tonight 62. Cloudy skies tomorrow 80. 60 is the low tomorrow. Rain showers move into Friday. By the afternoon, should be out of here. And then partly sunny, high of 73 Friday. Pretty good football Friday for Danville and Boyle County. Mercer and Garrett are off this weekend. And then Saturday, UK and Georgia and the 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves open up the National League Division Series Saturday as well. Sunshine and a high of 60 on Saturday. Right now, it's 8:56 in the morning. Let's see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date back in 1969. On this date, 1969, this album went #1 on the UK charts. I played a clip of this last week and said I believe it's the greatest rock and roll album of all time. There's no skips. There's no tracks you'd want to skip on Abbey Road. I mean, you listen to it from front to end. Every single song, as the kids would say, is a banger. The album went #1 on this date, 1969. The final studio recordings from the group supposedly contained clues adding to the Paul McCartney is dead phenomenon. Paul is barefoot. The car number plate in the background supposedly referred to the fact that McCartney would be 28 years old if he was still alive. LMW on the car plate stands for Linda McCartney Weeps, all of that. He's not dead. He's still alive. What an album, though. They knew it was their last one, they said. They said, let's put together a great album and put aside our differences, and they came up with Abbey Road. It was on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1969. We went from a UK #1 album on this date. The same year, over here in the U.S., this album was #1. A little CCR, Green River. It was CCR's first U.S. album that went number 1. Green River. And it was on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1980. This song started a 3-weeker at number 1 on this date, 1980. So this is one of those songs, we had Tabitha Teague in studio last Thursday. She said she went to that Queen concert, the Queen cover band at Norton Center, and she didn't realize all those different songs that Queen did. And what an iconic band they were. This would probably be another one that you'd say to Tabitha, did you know Queen did another one, Bites the Dust? And she'd probably say no. But another classic song was at number 1 on this date, 1980. Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the Queen, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and the Beatles. Boy, what a trio have made their mark on this date, 2023, October 4th, 2023. On this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B. 9 o'clock in the morning, we're talking with Adam Hopkins with Farmers National Bank next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. An election for new Speaker of the House is set to be held next Wednesday. Several Republicans are in the mix to replace ousted Speaker Kevin McCarthy, and Majority Leader Steve Scalise is one of them.
No matter who's going to be the next Speaker, the challenges still remain, but I think the opportunity is there to continue moving forward. We set a precedent last week for how to start coming together to get appropriations bills done.
Members leaving the House GOP conference meeting said a candidate forum for Speaker will be held next Tuesday, with the election being held the following day. The House of Representatives will be in recess until next week. Kevin McCarthy says he will not run again following the chamber's decision to vote him out of his position in a historic vote forced by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. North Carolina Congressman Patrick McHenry is now acting Speaker until a new Speaker election is held. The judge in former President Trump's civil fraud trial in New York has issued a limited gag order. Laura Jarrett reports it was Trump's comments on social media that prompted the dramatic ruling.
Mr. Trump posted a photo of the judge's law clerk posing with top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer. The judge ordering the post on Truth Social removed.
The judge said attacks on his staff are not appropriate and will not be tolerated. The gag order bars all parties in the case from making social media posts or public comments about the judge's staff. New York Attorney General Letitia James is accusing Trump and his family of inflating Trump's net worth, leading him to getting better loans and leading banks to take on bigger risks. President Biden's son is pleading not guilty to federal gun charges in Delaware. Mark Mayfield with the story.
Hunter Biden faces 3 felony firearms charges, including unlawfully possessing a gun as an illegal drug user.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. In a hurry? Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-637-9116. That's 1-800-637-9116. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-637-9116.
Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com.
Ford Motor Company and General Motors are laying off an additional 500 employees as the UAW strike continues. Courtney Hairston, manager of the GM AC Delco plant, says a historic offer is on the table for what his workers are looking for so they can get back on the job before anything happens to them.
It addresses the concerns from our hourly employees, right?
Historic wages increases, job security have been the top issues that I've heard from my membership.
About 200 people work at the AC Delco plant in Memphis, but auto workers are already facing the consequences around the country. Ford is laying off 330 workers in Chicago and Lima, Ohio at their factories. GM says 164 workers are being furloughed at its metal centers in Marion, Indiana, and Pharma, Ohio. The man accused of murdering rapper Tupac Shakur is expected to be arraigned today in Las Vegas. Miguel Amaga reports the grand jury was shown evidence, including surveillance videos.
Investigators say it helped lead to the arrest of the man they say orchestrated the drive-by shooting. Self-described gang member Dwayne Davis making his first court appearance today.
For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
A trial date may be set for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. Authorities say Shakur was involved in a fight with Davis outside a Mike Tyson fight in 1996, which eventually led to Davis allegedly getting the gun that was used to kill Shakur at an intersection. After 27 years, Davis was arrested at his home in Henderson, Nevada last Friday. He's charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon. 34-year-old Joe Jonas and estranged wife Sophie Turner are heading to court in their custody battle over their two small children. A January 2nd trial date has been set in Manhattan federal court after the Game of Thrones actress filed an emergency lawsuit seeking to move her two children from New York City to their forever home in England. Michael Kastner, NBC News.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Oh, how does that make everybody feel? And by the way, this has never happened in history before. What you just heard is history. I quote Donald Trump. Why? Infighting. Why not be focused on the people that are causing the damage? The exact quote is, why is it the Republicans are always fighting among themselves? Why aren't they fighting the radical left Democrats destroying the country?
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
Hun, we need to stop putting off getting life insurance.
I know. It's just been so busy, and I'm sure the cost is out of our budget.
Well, Jen told me that they got a $500,000 term life insurance policy from Ethos for less than $23 a month. All online with no complicated forms and no medical exam. All they had to do was answer a few health questions.
Wait, no medical exam and all online?
I know, right? It's not easy to think about, but if something happened to you, James and I would be...
Okay, I get it. Let's get a quote from Ethos right now. Wow, you were right. There's no medical exam, and Ethos makes the whole online process fast and easy. And look at these rates and coverage options. It's great protection and totally fits our budget.
Ethos. They've removed all the barriers from getting coverage. Go to checkethos.com to get your free online quote. That's checkethos.com. Quote based on a healthy, non-smoking 30-year-old male with a 20-year term policy. Rates may vary.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we've created in the past. But the important part is we can show them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. It's October the 4th. It's 10:04:23 on our calendar, and a day where we get sunshine and 85 degrees is the high. We got a forecast coming up. Got a news report right now, and Adam Hopkins is in studio from Farmers National Bank because October is National Cybersecurity Month. Is that right, Adam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll talk with Adam about how to keep your account safe and secure regardless of where you bank, what the steps are to do that, and that'll be coming up right after this.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with the commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the auto owners insurance company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, 236-6686. You get sunshine. 85 degrees is the high, 62 the low. Tomorrow, cloudy and 80. Rain showers tomorrow night, really Friday morning. And continuing through the afternoon, Friday, 73 and 43 the high and low on Friday. Saturday, 60 is the high. On Sunday, 59 is the high. 9:11 in the morning, going on 9:12. And we have Adam Hopkins in studio, the Chief Security Officer for Farmers National Bank. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. Great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you being on here, Adam. We've talked with you multiple times over the course of the last couple of years, and a couple times a year maybe we get you on to talk about the importance of keeping your account, again, regardless of where you bank, keeping your account safe and secure from those malicious people with horrible intent to try to take the money that you have earned and that's in your account, and how important it is now during October to highlight that National Cyber Security Month. So let's talk about that, Adam, and why it's important.
Well, you know, one of the things that, and it starts out from a top-down, federal government really wants to push this for individual people, companies, organizations, you know, private nonprofits, you know, just try to make sure that they take the steps and recognize the things they need to do to protect their organizations from cybersecurity attacks and also scams and those people that would try to do harm and take money, especially money and resources away from our country and, you know, groups in our country.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, you know, you talk about how to protect, you know, you really, the old school stuff really plays a huge role still. when you say, what can I do? Check your statement. We encourage people to look at their statement, see if there's any types of activity that's gone on there. Because if there hasn't, if you've done some activity or it looks like there's activity that's been done on your account that you did not do, report that to your bank. No matter the bank where you are, the faster you do that, the better the chance is that they can catch the perpetrators, or they can get that money back easily for you as quick as possible.
There are every single, I feel like, month, there's a new scam or a play in an old scam that's common, and maybe they've recycled it and there's one or two things different. But every single scam, Adam, revolves around money. They're trying to get your money, right? Be it a romance scam, be it a ransomware scam, be it a Facebook scam, be it, I saw one earlier, I guess it was yesterday, Kentucky Utilities is saying someone's going door to door and saying they're selling solar panels connected with KU, again, trying to get your money to set up solar panels. KU says we are no way, shape, or form affiliated with any solar panel company. It always revolves around money. People that are crooks or thieves, they want to get your money any way they know how, any way possible.
Right, and the thing that you have to be, one of the pieces to this is to be aware of the things that are going on around you. Whether it's your personal safety things, whenever you go out into a parking lot, when you come into work, recognizing the things that are going on around you, and that also has to do with if I'm getting a phone call from someone that I've never heard from before. Why am I getting that call?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for it? And I was thinking about what is the thing that that I can tell people that they should do. If you're selling solar panels, usually people are trying to say, well, you need to do this now. You have to do, is there something you got to do right now? If you don't do this right now, you're going to miss out on something, or you're going to lose your car.
Yeah.
You're going to get
you're going to go to jail. You're going to be arrested.
Yes, exactly. And all those things that they are trying to convince you that are bad. There's only a few things that I realize that, if there's a tornado warning, you need to seek shelter. If a car's barreling down on you, you get out of the way.
Yeah, there's a couple things you got to do now.
Exactly.
But for the most part, if someone is trying to get your money and they say, and again, you may believe this person, but they tell you got to act now, that's a huge red flag, isn't it?
Yes, and we hear it on television all the time. I think that we've kind of become just immune to it. That's dulled our senses for that. But if someone says you have to pay $7,000 or we're going to send the FBI to you, then I like to hold on to my money as close as possible. And, it should not be easy to wrest that from your control.
Yeah.
And so if, one of those things that we always talk about, we talk about it every year, and I think that you could probably give this talk just as well as I could, as much as we've talked about it. And I think that you've really thought these things through, is that if you're in a situation where you're going, I don't know what to do, just hang up the phone or say, what's your number? I will call you back whenever I get some assistance. You can always ask for help. And we keep preaching that to this, to your audience and to everyone that we're in contact with. Give Farmers National Bank a call, go to one of our locations, sit down with one of our CSRs or a teller and say, I've received this call, or these people have talked to me about this. What do I need to do? And if our folks don't have the answer at the front line, then they can give me a call, or Jennifer Cochran, who's been in here before. They can give us a call, and a lot of times this is stuff that we see or have heard about all throughout the banking sector.
So we just talked about some things that are major red flags if you get a phone call or a knock on your door from someone. You've got an interesting hashtag, Adam, hashtag banks never ask that. So what are some things where someone may call and claim they're from a bank that would raise a red flag that you all would never ask this sort of information, and that's how someone would know it's a scam?
Yeah, one of the first things that we will never ask for is call you up and ask you for your Social Security number.
Yeah.
We're never going to ask for your account number, and we're never going to ask you for your debit card number. Those are the things that we have on our system. Now, if you call in, we may ask you some identifying questions to make sure you are who you're saying that you are. But we're not going to call and ask you for that. If anyone ever on the phone calls and then says, please provide me your debit card number or credit card number, hang up the phone immediately. I can safely say that.
Yes.
And so those are the kind of things that, always. And I don't know why. I think there's a whole generation that doesn't know how to answer the phone and say hello, but there's also a generation that's how they lived the most of their lives. And so when someone calls, they think, oh, well, this must be for me. And so they'll pick it up and say hello. And as soon as you answer that phone, unfortunately, there are people out there that will then begin to spin a tale to wrap you up into this scam that they're trying to perpetuate.
Let me ask you this. How often would you all as a bank call someone to begin with without them knowing? Like maybe I call you, Adam, and you're not in your office, and they say, hey, he'll call you back, right? At that point, I'm expecting a call.
Right.
But how often would someone from Farmers National Bank call someone unsolicited without them knowing? Would that ever happen?
Unsolicited? No.
Okay,
it could be extremely rare.
Yes.
That you would have something like that. And usually it is in a situation where we've seen something on someone's account that doesn't look like what they normally would have done.
Yes.
And so when that happens, then we're like, we will reach out to folks at that point. And but whenever you're thinking about the volume of calls that go across our network on a daily basis, you're looking at probably less than 1% of us doing a cold call, basically, to someone that they have no idea that they're going to be receiving that call.
And that person, I'm sure, on the other line, the Farmers National Bank person who's calling is going to identify themselves. Hey, I'm such and such from Farmers National Bank in Danville. We noticed something on your account. I mean, like, they're not going to ask you for your account number. You know why? Because they already have your account number, because they're looking at your account right now to let you know something fishy is going on.
Right. And, a lot of times, sometimes we'll get those situations where I just really want to reiterate, we're not going to send you out emails that are going to be suspicious, that take you to locations that if there's ever a time where you are unsure about an email that you've received or a call that you've received, hang up the phone, call the number that you know that is Farmers National Bank.
And what number is that?
859-236-2926.
236-2926. 859-236-2926.
Yes, and that will get you right into that call center. That'll take you right to our phone. And never, if somebody calls you up and then gives you a number that you're unsure about, call the direct line and say, I received this call from this person. Does that person work there? Or would they have asked me for this information?
Yes,
that kind. Yeah. There is no reason to ever think, well, I'm not going to bother them with that. Please bother us with that, because it could be the thing that stems the tide of a scam or some sort of fraud that is attempting to be perpetuated on you.
Adam Hopkins, Farmers National Bank. He is the Chief Security Officer at Farmers, and we've talked a little bit about ways that we as customers can fight against fraud. I want to step aside, come back, and Adam, we're going to ask you ways that Farmers National Bank is themselves being proactive to fight against fraud, and the ways that you all are going to proactively, before fraud and scams even happen, that you all are helping your customers out in ways that they can know if something fishy is going on. It's 9:21 in the morning, 64 degrees here on The Joe Show, Wednesday, October the 4th, with Adam Hopkins, the Chief Security Officer at Farmers National Bank, right here in Danville.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
Find new roads at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Lease a new 23 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT 4x4 for only $389 per month for 24 months. $59.01 plus first payment and taxes due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock 23424. Must be GM Lease Loyalty. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
When two flavors collide, the result is something magnificent, co-starring chocolate alongside peanut butter. The Peanut Butter Crunch McFlurry. Vanilla soft syrup with crispy cereal mix and chocolatey peanut butter cookie pieces. Critics are giving this 5 stars.
I'm a critic, and I give this 5 stars.
See? Told you. And I'm using a movie trailer voice, so you know it tastes good. The Peanut Butter Crunch McFlurry. Rated T for tasty at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
It's 9:23. It's Wednesday, October the 4th, here in Danville. And looking at Cybersecurity Month and why it is so important to try to keep the spammers and the scammers and the thieves and the crooks away and keep your money as your money, right? Because that's what makes a millionaire, right? They keep as much money that's theirs in their bank account. I mean, they're not, right? I mean, for the most part,
they're not spreading it out a whole lot.
They're not spreading it out, yeah. And but no, how important it is to make sure that you do keep your account safe. And we talked again before the break about ways that we as customers of Farmers National Bank and other banks as well can make sure that we're doing the best we can to fight against fraud. And you all at Farmers National Bank certainly do your part as well, Adam, to be proactive about fraud and scams and make sure people know about it. So let's talk about some of the ways that you all help us as customers, maybe without us even knowing, or some of the features that you all have that we may not know that you have that can help us keep track of our accounts.
Right. Yeah. Some of the things that we have built in, I would highly encourage anyone that is either a customer of ours or a customer at another bank to, if you have a smartphone, to download their apps that they have for their bank, and you can set up alerts, that shows activity if there's a large, withdrawal that occurs, or if there's a large deposit, those kind of things, and usually those kind of systems build in a debit card where you can turn it on or you can turn it off to watch for transactions that either have occurred or attempted to be occurring that maybe you haven't done. And so you can really keep an eye on that and be very proactive through either the mobile apps or your online apps.
Yes.
But one of the things we were talking about off air just a second ago is, the great thing about community banking. We're not talking about, the big mega banks. We're talking about, and a lot of times most of us don't think of Farmers National Bank being the one out of our area. It usually, you were talking about Farmers National Bank to you, for a long time there's East Main.
The East Main branch is where I go.
And whenever you go there, slowly they get to know you and they build up a relationship with you. And, our frontline folks go through, at least a sit down with me. We sit around and talk, for a couple of hours, and then we persistently educate around cybersecurity and awareness and scams, so that our frontline teller folks are very well prepared.
Yes.
So if you come in, and we've had situations like this where someone has come in not acted like themselves, and as a result of that, we were able to help them to get out of a scam, because sometimes we'll have an elderly customer that's being preyed upon, and they come in, and usually they're just a ball of fun and a ball of fire, and they come in and they start just acting very subdued. They start whispering and saying they can't really talk. Those are the kind of things that our tellers notice. And, because we build those relationships with those people. And, whenever those things are different, then we know, you sense that something's different. And so their preparation and their training that we've done, and I have to think that most banks do that, but I think that one of the downfalls of, kind of the way that the world sees banking and the way the world sees, each other, is that everything's online. You don't get to build those relationships. But, come in, meet your folks at one of the local, at your locations, so that they can get to know you.
Yeah. And on the kind of the opposite end of that, Adam, this is a story that I have from a couple years ago. I was in Harrodsburg. Went to the Farmers National Bank in Harrodsburg. They don't know me from Adam. Well, you're Adam, but they don't know who I am in Harrodsburg, right? So I walk into the Harrodsburg branch. I just happen to be around it, and here they see some guy. They have no idea who he is, and he's trying to access this person's account. And the lady said, "Can I see your ID?" And you know what? I appreciated it. It was a very, very minor inconvenience, like 3-second inconvenience for me to pull my wallet out and show him my ID. Right. But, I mean, they were vigilant about it. They're like, we're just not going to let some random guy with a beard come in here and say he's this. I mean, like, they didn't know me. So they want to make sure I'm me before they let me access my account.
Yeah, and that is very critical, especially in today's world. Unfortunately, some places will have some turnover. As we've seen, with the way the world's been post-COVID, and so those kind of issues will occur. If someone asks you for your identification, don't see it as a bug, but see it as a feature.
I was okay with it. I'm like, I appreciated it. Make sure that I'm me before you let me access my account.
Because if I went somewhere and someone didn't ID me and didn't know who I was, then that means that anyone could walk up and say that they were me, and they wouldn't. So yeah, it is a positive interaction whenever someone who doesn't know you, but I will tell you, it's hard to not know a lot of people in our market areas anymore.
Yes. Yeah. And again, the bank that you typically go to, for me, it was East Main. Now it's more of the Perryville Road location as I'm across town now, but they get to know you. I mean, the East Main branch, I know Ellison. I know Josh, I know the tellers. I will pull up to the drive-thru. They'll be like, hey, Joe, what's going on? Like they know who I am. They know who's on my account. They know every 2 weeks or whatever I'm coming in there to deposit a check. And that's kind of how they get to know the way you act, your interactions. And if something seems off to them, that's when a red flag is raised for them.
Yeah. And that's the benefit, and that's the blessing, I believe, of small-town community banking.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's one of those things. It's kind of like this, like your radio show. You provide a personality and a face to those locations and to this area, and that's what our folks that I would put up against anybody.
Yes.
Whenever we're talking about welcoming and being able to provide solutions to situations, and also if they can't, then they don't care to reach out and try to get you an answer.
Yeah. And you got different branches in different places, right? So you got a branch in Liberty where they're going to know the Liberty folks in Casey County, that bank there. You got branches in Harrodsburg where they didn't recognize me, but the Harrodsburg people that are there every day or every week or every month, they're going to recognize those people. And that's what makes it so special for you all. It's kind of this central Kentucky conglomerate, so to say, where we're all in it together and our bank tellers know the people who bank in this community.
Oh, yeah. The success, I believe, of Farmers National Bank are its people first, and then its relationship with the people, is second. It all just kind of works in there together.
Yeah.
And I think that, and that's the key to this, I believe, when you're talking about cybersecurity awareness, if you recognize that there's a problem or you think there's a problem and you're questioning and you're unsure, email, phone call, text, whatever, reach out, drop by, say, hold your phone up, say, I just got this. Is this from you? Kind of thing. And then, put that on us because, we see a lot of things. You may be affected by an email that says, oh, I'm getting threatened that I'm going to lose $5,000 or however much I'll be put in jail if I don't respond to this. But guess what? It's all on you at that point. But you bring it to us, we're like, oh yeah, those are going around. We've seen a bunch of those. Don't worry about it. Just delete it and move on with your day.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things that having a peace of mind when you leave somewhere is really a good resource in your community that you can say, boy, I'm glad I asked that question.
Yes. Yeah, with Adam Hopkins from Farmers National Bank, the Chief Security Officer. Adam, people have any questions for you? How can they get in touch with you all and your staff there at Farmers National Bank?
Well, you can give me a call directly on my line at 859-238-0645, and that'll be my direct line. If I don't answer, then please leave me a message with the callback number, and I will get back in touch with you. And also, we have Jennifer Cochran, has been in here before.
Yep.
Her number is 859-238-0646.
There you go, 238-0645 for you, and then 0646 for Jennifer. And they love to talk to you about cybersecurity. Maybe you all go and speak to groups or something like that about cybersecurity, safety, and all that.
Yeah, we're going to be having a lunch and learn here pretty soon to be with some of our corporate customers to be able to help them to understand business email compromises, ransomware, and how to prevent those kind of things and protect their organizations.
Yeah. Adam Hopkins, Adam, appreciate you and the great work that you all do at Farmers National Bank. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Thanks so much.
It's 9:32 in the morning, and that's Adam Hopkins from Farmers National Bank. We have coming up local news, and we'll see if Isaiah House, they're scheduled to be on here at 9:35. If they come in here, we'll have them on as well on an Isaiah House Wednesday here on The Joe Show.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560. Right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Hello, Central Kentucky. My name is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank. As a lifelong Danville native, I'm excited to be able to help neighbors like yourself find financial options to fit your family. If you'd like to see what we can do for you, give me a call today at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822. Or even better, stop in and see me at 218 West Main here in downtown Danville. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
They done did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where is this, you say? Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal, check out the inventory at ChryslerofLawrenceburg.com and head on down to US 127 to the new Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Today is your deal of the day, and Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. It's Perryville Battlefield Commemoration Weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, Perryville Battlefield will come to life with a commemoration, including living history area, book signings, historic portrayals, artillery demonstrations, and more. Go to perryvillebattlefield.org for more information on all the weekend's events. Danville's Got Talent is coming back. The event allows students and staff members of Danville schools to sign up and showcase their talent. Auditions will take place October the 11th. Then the show itself will take place November 18th at Gravely Hall Auditorium. If you're a Danville school staff member or student, you can sign up at givedanville.org/talent. The winner of the event does get a cash prize. You're invited to next week's Neighborhood Watch and virtual town hall meeting in Harrodsburg. The meeting will be broadcast live on 99.5 FM and AM 1420 WHBM. It will include representatives from the Mercer County Fire Protection, Mercer County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers, all sharing information on fire, law enforcement, and medical prevention tips you can use. It'll be next Tuesday, October the 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening. More rick houses are coming to Anderson County. The Anderson News is reporting that AATW, an owner and operator in the bourbon sector, is investing nearly $12 million in a project to build 9 rick houses and a move that will create 10 new full-time jobs. Those 9 rick houses will be built on a 52-acre property that has direct access to the Bluegrass Parkway. Each rick house will be able to hold up to 16,500 barrels of bourbon, meaning at full capacity, the 9 rick houses will be able to hold nearly 149,000 barrels. Kentucky State Police will participate in the federal Operation Safe Drive initiative this weekend. The enforcement campaign targets unsafe driving behavior that often leads to crashes involving passenger cars on commercial vehicles, and also complements national efforts to educate all drivers on safely sharing roads with large trucks. And don't get scammed. This message coming from Kentucky Utilities, who's warning their customers about a scam going around. It revolves around a phone call where the caller or someone knocking on your door tells the potential victim that they want to install solar panels on the house and that they work for KU. KU says that is not true, and they are not at all affiliated with any rooftop solar panel installation companies. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call KU and speak to a customer service rep yourself. I'm Joe Mathis.
For most of us, power outages, however rare, are a frustrating inconvenience. For others, they're a matter of life and death. If you or someone you love depends on electrically powered life support equipment, give the friendly folks at your local electric cooperative a call. They can help by noting the situation on a special list of customers who receive top priority in restoring power following unplanned outages. We're Kentucky's electric cooperative, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, like my Uncle Herb always used to say.
It's not barbecue until it's done.
Paved driveways and parking lots are a major investment, whether at your business, church, or home. White House Seal Coating uses the right equipment and industry-proven techniques to seal, repair, and help you maintain your pavement with a beautiful finish.
They can repair large and small damaged areas and fill potholes.
They also offer parking lot striping services.
Call White House Seal Coating for a free estimate. Call 859-325-5716.
Or go online at whitehousesealcoating.com.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
The U.S. dollar is under attack, and it's becoming less and less valuable by the day. Hyperinflation and speculation is killing your retirement. Don't leave your money sitting in cash. It's time you diversified and protected your future with physical precious metals. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 and get your free digital dollar survival kit and learn how you could get up to $1,000 in free silver today. Call Advantage Gold now at 800-900-8000 to get your free digital dollar survival kit, and you may qualify for $1,000 in free silver. Advantage Gold is the #1 rated gold and silver company in America. Your future is precious. Protect it today when you call Advantage Gold. Call 800-900-8000 now.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Check with your financial advisor before investing.
That's 800-900-8000.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine, a high today of 85. A low tonight, 62. Tomorrow, you get a chance of rain showers in the evening. 80 is the high. You get 60 as the low on Football Friday. 73 and 43 rain showers scattering around here as well. Right now, it is 9:39 in the morning, 69 degrees here in Danville. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you on the radio here on the Joe Show, 238-9447. Let's see. We have ourselves a new world record. Let's do it.
You believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable! I don't believe what I just saw!
A 45-year-old dad from Colorado put his physical training to the test by breaking the Guinness World Record for the most chin-ups in 1 hour. Frank Sagona performed 1,010 chin-ups in the allowed time, breaking Stephen Hyland's record of 993, which had stood since 2011. He said his attempt was made extra challenging by a muscle strain in the back the day before his official attempt. He said, I felt on the breath until the 44-minute mark. Then I started feeling like I could actually do it. My injury slowed my chin-ups down. I actually vomited right after the event. Sagona dedicated his record to his friend, Mike Ruompf, who helped him start training for the record 3 years ago, but died before he could see the hard work pay off. He said, quote, this record was not only for me, but for Mike's memory. There it is. Frank Sagona, 1,010 chin-ups, 1010, 1,010 chin-ups in the allowed time, which broke Stephen Hyland's record of 993, the most chin-ups in an hour. And that, my friends, is a new world record. (9:41 in the morning). I got a message in here from Ben Garant at the Gathering Place. He said they are offering flu shots at the center today, the senior center gathering place. If you'd like a flu shot, bring your ID and insurance card. Any age. You don't have to just be a senior. Any age. They're at a gathering place in Danville on Gene Drive. They are giving flu shots today. Bring your ID and insurance card. Again, that's good for any age. It's 9:42 in the morning, and it looks like the knives that Britney Spears was caught dancing with in her latest post were not real knives. They were actually fake. They were fake knives, and people were worried again about her sanity because here she is dancing with knives in her last Instagram post. The stunt actually found a market, though, for a new product. Check it out.
You've seen Britney Spears naked. You've seen Britney dance. You've seen Britney dance naked with knives. Now you can too with the Britney Spears Oops, I Did It Again knife collection.
Yeah, you'll be Instagram famous like me.
You can do a lot of dumb stuff with the Britney Spears Oops, I Did It Again knife collection. The best part is they work better when you're naked.
Yeah, you can use your knives while you Netflix and chill and shave your head bald while dancing naked.
The Britney Spears Oops, I Did It Again knife collection. You're crazy if you don't buy it.
There you go, the Oops, I Did It Again knife collection. 9:43 in the morning, and it's 69 degrees. Have you ever been on the toilet and grabbed a few squares of toilet paper and been frustrated because it didn't tear away in a neat line? Me neither. But apparently it was an issue that bothered a lot of people, so much so that Charmin says they were getting a lot of complaints about toilet paper not tearing cleanly along the perforated line. So they had their Charmin team look into this. They figured out that the uneven tear was because the line was straight, but people were pulling from many different angles and directions. So the team started working on a redesign on this thing. It took more than 5 years. 5 years for the researchers to figure out how to make toilet paper to tear neatly along the line. But they just announced, after 5 years of just super hyper important work, that the end result is ready. It's called smooth tear. And instead of a straight line, it's a wavy perforated line. That means that each piece is no longer a square. That's a significant change, right? If it's a wavy at the end, on both ends, then it's no longer a square piece of paper. The smooth tear will debut this month for those Charmin fans waiting for that midnight release. It's going to be on their ultra soft rolls. It's unclear if they'll also change the other varieties or if the other brands might follow suit. Charmin spent 5 years redesigning their toilet paper perforations to make sure that when people tear the toilet paper, it tears right along that perforated line. 238-9447, the phone number to call in. Going back to the flu shot that's going on, flu shot clinic, if you want to call it that, going on at a gathering place today. It's until about 11:30 this morning. 11:30-ish, or until people stop showing up. So if you're hearing this message, you want a flu shot, it's for any age. Bring your ID, bring your insurance card. You can get a flu shot today at a gathering place until about 11:30-ish this morning, or until people stop showing up. Hey, 9:45 in the morning, and I had no idea that we were supposed to be doing this all along, but apparently so. Do we really need to start doing this, or is this just internet nonsense? I'll let you figure this out. There's an article making the rounds that says we should all be washing our bananas. That is not a euphemism. I am literally saying you sure are supposed to wash your bananas. It seems pointless unless you're some weirdo who eats the peel. But the idea is that any bacteria on the outside can still get on your hands and in your mouth. A senior director at something called the International Food Information Council says to wash your bananas under clean running water before you peel them. You don't need to use special veggie wash. Just water is fine. But that's not all. Oh, the insanity here. Because this person says we should really be washing our avocados as well. It might be even more important to wash your avocados than to wash your bananas. Like any type of produce, the outside can get contaminated with bacteria, right? So, same thing with oranges, I would assume. Oranges and bananas and avocados. But the reason they're more important to clean than bananas, avocados are, is because we cut into avocados. And the knife, as you're cutting in, the outside of the avocado can drag some of that bacteria into the part you eat. That same advice holds true for anything with an edible peel. So onions, melons, oranges, yes, even pineapples. They say if you want to be as safe as possible, you need to be washing all of those things on the outside before you eat the inside. This, according to the International Food Information Council. It's 9:47 on this Wednesday, 68 degrees here in Danville. Gary Fogle has Kentucky Sports Memories this morning. Take it away, Gary.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And today, a look at how girls high school basketball has changed here in Kentucky from someone who should know.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
If you're looking for an expert on girls high school basketball here in Kentucky, you may want to talk with Jeff Hale. At the end of last season, he stepped down as the girls head basketball coach at Henderson County High School after 37 years on the job. Second most in years served as a high school basketball coach here in Kentucky as far as girls basketball, and number 2 in all-time wins in Kentucky high school girls basketball history. More than 800. Very successful career for him, Henderson County High School. But the evolution of the game as far as girls basketball, high school here in Kentucky, was part of our conversation.
How has the girls game changed from back when you started coaching in '86 to now?
Well, I think it's changed. It's changed a lot. And I remember, when I was in high school watching girls basketball, I was like, oh man, it's just so slow, and it's just, it's not. It's kind of, to be honest with you, kind of hard to watch back in 1976. But each year it kind of seemed like it got a little better, and I like to think that I kind of helped that a little bit in around this area where, when I came in, I didn't worry about whether they were girls or boys or this and that. I just tried to coach them best I could and try to get the most out of them. My thing was one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we're in good shape. We're gonna have a good conditioning program. I'm going to have some structure. We're going to have some discipline. I'm going to be demanding, and we're going to work hard in practice. And that's kind of what I've done for the last 37 years. And that's kind of the way I think that's helped us be successful with the hard work and the conditioning, and then just trying to make sure that I'm holding these kids accountable, on and off the floor. And that's kind of where I took it. But girls basketball has definitely gotten, throughout the 30-something years I coached, it's gotten better each year, I think, and I'm hoping that we have a lot of great coaches that were responsible for that.
He retired close to breaking 2 records, one he didn't even know about. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Thank you, Gary. Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show in the 9 o'clock hour.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
It's time to make important decisions about your Medicare prescription drug coverage. The Kentucky State Health Insurance Assistance Program provides free, unbiased guidance in selecting a Medicare Part D or Medicare Advantage plan. If you have questions or need help, the Kentucky State Health Insurance Assistance Program can guide you through the enrollment period, which ends December 7th. More information is available about Kentucky SHIP or how you can volunteer at 1-877-293-7447. That's 1-877-293-7447.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. 7:30 kickoff Friday night as Danville heads to Hyden to take on Leslie County. We'll have that 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Meanwhile, Boyle County heads to Russell County. 7:30 kickoff for the Rebels and the Lakers. We'll have that one on Z105 WRNZ FM. Mercer County and Garrett County are off this week. Saturday, the Cats are down in Athens taking on the number 1 Georgia Bulldogs. 5 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on Z105.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
All right, 9:54 in the morning. Let's see what's going on this date, October 4th. That's made this date a date to remember, okay? Haven't done this yet. Starting off on this date in 1957, where the space age began, as the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first man-made satellite into orbit. Here's a clip of a newsreel talking about the launch of Sputnik.
Until 2 days ago, that sound had never been heard on this earth. Suddenly, it has become as much a part of 20th century life as the whir of your vacuum cleaner. It's a report from man's farthest frontier, the radio signal transmitted by the Soviet Sputnik.
Yeah, but Sputnik. Or as on this date, 1976, Barbara Walters joined the desk of ABC Evening News. For the first time ever, on this date, 1976, historic day, it made Walters the first woman to anchor a network television evening newscast. Here's a clip of Walters and her first ABC Evening News.
Harry and I are going to bring you the essential information you need to cope with the world today. We're going to do a news program. I hope, too, to give you a closer look at the people who are the shapers of these news events.
Yeah, it was on this date, 1997, in North America at the office of Loomis, Fargo and Company. $17.3 million in cash was taken. It was the largest cash robbery in U.S. history, occurred on this date, 1997. Does that sound familiar? Well, the story was later played out in a film called Masterminds, starring Zach Galifianakis, Owen Wilson, Jason Sudeikis. Here's a clip from that movie Masterminds on this date, 1997.
What y'all don't realize, the only thing is you can't pull a job off like that on your own. You need Confederates. Loomis Fargo made it look like a big warehouse, but the money inside belongs to the banks. And if you take it, well, technically speaking, you're robbing a bank, and that's a federal offense.
Yeah, it was on this day, 2001, a 10-2 win over the Houston Astros. Barry Bonds tied Mark McGwire for the most Major League Baseball home runs in a single season. as he slugged his 70th home run of the year. It also moved Bonds past Reggie Jackson on the all-time list with 564 career home runs.
There it goes! There it goes! Mark McGwire has a co-owner of the home run throne. Number 70 for Bonds.
There you go. And it was on this day, 2018, another very significant sports moment where on this day, 2018, New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady became only the third NFL quarterback to reach 500 career touchdown passes as he connected with Josh Gordon in the Patriots' 38-24 win over the Indianapolis Colts at Foxborough, his 500th touchdown pass.
Brady now over 300 yards for the game, 83rd time in his career, looking for all of it. Unloads to the end zone, caught by Gordon. Touchdown, Patriots.
And it was number 500 for Tom Brady, and that's what's gone on this date, October the 4th. That's made this date a date to remember. 238-9447, the phone number to call in, though. If you call in now, you waited a little bit late. 238-WHIR. Coming up after my show, you got Kentucky Sports Radio, KSR from 10 to noon. You have Advocates for America from noon until 3. Sean Hannity from 3 to 6. Joe Pags from 6 until 9. So we got some great programming coming up right behind me with KSR and Kentucky Sports Radio. Matt Jones and Drew Franklin will bring you UK news. Great news as well from UK. It appears as if the big man that they needed to have pass an English test or something has passed that English test and is going to be now on the UK roster. So that's big news for UK. That news coming out this morning. I'm sure Matt and Drew will talk about that here after this show on KSR. And we appreciate UK doing that, getting that man passed. UK basketball needs that guy on the team. Big man who can shoot. We'll take it. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Wednesday morning. Hope I'm going to start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. That, my friends, is the Joe Show on AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM. WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Wednesday afternoon. As Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home, Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.